beeping. Oh, it's just your diabetes. What's your inner dialogue say?
Hey.
Well, we're recording now, so I can't say it.
Annoying sound in the world.
Just a long beep. There's you. There's me. There's Justin.
Yeah. Cool.
Now Justin's got to try to switch between 3 different people. Look at him go, whoa, whoa,
I wouldn't even be surprised.
No. Yo, what the fuck is up? Welcome to another episode of HMHD Heavy Music, Heavy Dads. As always, I am RJ.
I am stumped. That computer error.
He is a big old stump, and behind the booth is the Rock.
Behind the rock.
DJ Rock. And today is a very special episode. We have a good buddy of ours. You might know him from a band called Behind These Dreams. We got Ben Bamford with us. What the fuck is up, Ben?
What's going on?
Are we applauding that he answered the phone?
Once a month.
Yeah, so Ben from the band Spite. What the fuck's up, boy?
I'm chilling. How are you guys today?
Yeah, we're doing good. You gave me a headache earlier, but that's all right.
Yeah,
So what did you guys, what was a goal
Have you
for
been
what
to
you
the
guys?
shed before?
I have seen photos.
Okay,
of
it's
it now.
fucking rad. It's I
it's
don't
rad,
want to
but
over-explain,
it's
but
not even functional yet.
well, but no, him and his brother basically got a shed and
Okay.
they insulated it, got an electric put into it. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But he's having an issue with
Basically,
no big deal.
I bought a bunch of recording equipment because I wanted to start demoing at home. And I can't get it to work because I'm super ignorant.
No. This is a real problem. And Native Instruments, get your shit together.
So we got Black Label.
Black Magic Design,
Black
get
Magic,
your shit
not Black
together.
Label.
That's an old skateboarding.
That's an
company.
old skateboarding,
For
yeah.
you youngins out there.
Get your shit together, man. Get back.
No, dude, but I don't understand why I'm not usually stumped when it comes to computer shit, but this was like, what? Why is this doing that?
How many times did you turn it off and turn it back on?
3.
I mean, like I was saying earlier, in a weird way, it like was kind of comforting seeing you having troubles with it because I just was like, okay, it's just me being stupid. But
No, yeah.
I mean, there's
It
still
comforts you, right? Yeah.
There's
Legitimate
still
problem.
some of it is me being stupid, but that specific thing is just there's something wrong. I
no,
can't figure it out.
and it's a weird problem.
It is.
I don't understand it, and it's an audio. I don't know, and we even downloaded the operating or the DAW that I use, and I was like, nah, this is gonna work right away. No big deal.
Yeah, because at first we're like, oh, it's Cubase, but I guess it wasn't
But
Cubase.
what, were you guys trying to get like a recording software thing or
basically,
something? Or?
he has the Quad Cortex, which is awesome, and
That shit kicks ass.
yeah, it's fucking rad.
We all obviously know what that is, but can you explain what the Quad Cortex
It's
is?
basically every amp you'd ever need or want
Okay.
right in there.
So
And
just a head that is.
it's just a pedal board. but
Oh,
is
is it kind of the thing that?
It's just like that.
Okay.
It's an amp modeler.
Yeah, it's rad. So he can record guitar just fine, like he can make a new track. But when he puts, he uses GGD drums like I do. But for some reason, it's picking up audio, but there's no sound playing. And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe it's a sample rate issue. Okay, I was, it's a driver issue. No, we fixed that. We reinstalled it. We uninstalled it, put the right bit. Everything. I don't know.
Is it an out issue, like a speaker issue? Like,
No.
It's a complete loss at this point.
It's oh shit! I just thought of something.
If there's anyone listening,
I'll try
if there's anyone
tomorrow.
listening that knows anything that we're talking about, please help.
I'm willing to bet people
In
that
3
listen-
weeks when this comes out.
I'm willing to bet not one
You
person
won't
that
even
actually
be here.
listens to our show will know.
Yeah, I said you won't even be here when this episode comes out.
I'll be here.
Oh, will
I'm
you?
here till end of, well, probably more like middle of August.
Okay.
3rd week of August.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you're going to where? You're going to Australia, right?
Yeah, we're there for a week. So it's
Why don't you
nice.
brag about who you're going on tour with?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So we're doing Australia. This is band called Make Them Suffer. They're from Australia. They're doing a headline run over there. And we're doing that with them. this band called Bury Tomorrow, and then us, and there's a band called Bloom opening it. I don't know much about that band, but they're opening the tour. But yeah, it's a nice little week in Australia, and then we're home, so it'll be cool.
No. Keep going. What about the other one you're going to be doing?
Oh, that. Well, shortly after that, we're doing the States. It's a nice 6-week run with Black Dahlia Murder.
Oh, no big deal. No big deal.
Black Dahlia Murder and Dying Fetus are doing a co-head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just little bands.
Yeah, just little guys.
There's little guys.
No, it's them co-headlining, and then we're direct support, and then a band called Angel Maker,
Yeah,
and
they're
then
dope.
this band I'm really stoked to watch. They're opening the tour. They're called Vomit Forth.
Yeah,
really
we were talking about
sick
them earlier.
band.
They're fucking rad.
Super stoked to tour with them. I'm just stoked in that tour in general. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool because Black Dahlia Murder released their first single since the whole thing with Trevor, and it sounds
It's
awesome.
beast.
It sounds good.
It's beast.
That guy, and I don't know his name, go figure, but he's just a great musician slash he's been the guitar player. He writes all the music. That's a talented dude. I like much respect for that guy.
And it's cool because they're continuing the legacy, I think, in the most tasteful way.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the untrained eye, honestly, you almost can't tell it's not Trevor. He sounds so close.
He does sound very similar.
really close.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see what else they do next.
Yeah.
How long is that one for? 6?
It's about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Got any Florida dates?
There's one in Tampa.
Where in Tampa is it? Orpheum?
The Ritz.
The Ritz?
in
Oh, the Ritz is. Oh, the Ritz Ybor.
Yeah.
I was just there not too long ago.
Really?
Is it
Yeah.
big? How big is the Ritz?
It's fairly large.
I think it's like a 1,500.
The Ritz. It used to be called the Masquerade.
The Masquerade.
Yeah, it used to be
That's
called Masquerade
yeah,
back in the day. I've seen a lot of bands there. I saw Atreyu there. I saw From Autumn to Ashes there. I played there once, but not at the big stage. I played at one of the side stages. It's actually a really cool venue. You walk in and it's like an old hallway, almost like an indoor flea market mall thing. And then there's a bar here, a stage, a little stage, and you go to the back, and that's where the big stage is. That's where I saw. I took Brandon to go see Turnover.
Okay.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and,
a venue I've been wanting to play
it's
for a
awesome.
long time.
It's cool.
In Tampa, I always end up. It's at usually Crowbar or
Crowbar's rad.
Crowbar rules.
Wait, Spite played in Crowbar?
Oh, many times.
The cool thing about Crowbar, though, is how wide it actually is. So you can actually fit more people than you think that you could, but from front to back, it really isn't all that girthy, but it's just super
it's a
wide.
small venue, but
They modeled it after what the singer of Crowbar looks like. Crowbar's awesome. I love Crowbar.
Yeah.
also shout out house sound guy at Crowbar. That guy kicks ass.
Nice.
Yeah, well, maybe what date? Do you know what date when that is?
I'll have to check again, but I'm almost
I'll be on-
positive it's October 17th.
Ooh, because I'll be on day shift and I can go to that. We should all.
Dude, let me know.
But when's Furnace, though?
That's October 6th. I'll
Okay,
be in
that's
town.
beginning.
I'll be here.
That's right in the middle because I'm going to Fest at the end of October. So.
Yeah, so cool. Those would be 3 episodes. We have stuff to talk about. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anything else been going on? You enjoying being home?
Oh, dude, I definitely won. I love traveling. I love being on tour, but I do also very much so value my home time. It especially now that I'm all settled in at this new place. It adds a new level of comfort.
The security there is amazing.
Yeah, it kicks ass, dude.
Oh, you talking about the bar that you guys do that?
They have a whole ass gate to get in
Don't
my
worry,
apartment, and you can. For anyone that would like to know, you can come to my apartment and just stick your hand through the gate and open the door.
It's rad.
You don't even
I'll
need.
put the
You don't
address
even
at
need
the
the code.
Yeah,
Yeah, insert address in the fucking caption.
yeah, it's a cool spot. It's a cool little spot.
No, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. And your dog is awesome.
Yeah.
Cheddar.
He
Cheddar's
takes
dope, dude.
ghost peas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what he does is the first 2 peas are actually him pissing,
Piss.
but then he'll pee 4 or 5 times more, and it's just there's nothing happening. It's just he's just pretending. I think it makes him feel good. It tricks his brain into think he's marking something.
He's such a man, dude. Yeah.
I was actually it was cool hanging out with we've brought it up many times on the show about we're older guys, so going on a tour, I had to bring a head, I got to bring a cab, I got to bring a guitar. Digital, there's nothing digital. You know what I mean? So like I'm helping him set up his thing so we could get, we could track some stuff or whatever. And he's like, he hands me one of the nicest like audio interfaces that you could get.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, we use this on tour. And like, what the, you use this on tour? It just blew my mind because I mean, I knew they do that.
Yeah.
So I was talking, I was like, man, I really want to sit down with you guys and like actually ask you like, what do you guys set up? How do you guys do it?
I mean, it sounds like overkill, but for the consistency's sake, it's great because we just have the universal audio interface into the laptop. We just run a project. Like,
Yeah, I said, do you guys have backing tracks and stuff like that too?
I mean, we're pretty light on tracks, but like we do have some stuff going on. So basically, we just run our tracks through Logic.
Well, I can imagine because I've been thinking about that a lot lately too. Is so if I was, I'm kind of trying to do another band again, but I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to have another guitar player. I was like, but I don't want to not have like the full sound.
Yeah.
I was wondering because you guys only have one guitar player, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was wondering if you guys like layered some stuff.
So what we do for that, because I mean, I wouldn't say it's new to Spite because like before I was in the band, there was a period when they were a 4-piece. They only ran one guitar player. And we just we do the same thing now. We just run a Go signal through Kemper.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we just run a track guitar through a Kemper.
Okay.
Goes to another
yeah.
rig.
Okay.
Which it still technically sounds like a live rig. But
yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's about as true as you can get
Yeah.
without having the guy there.
That's what Logan does, doesn't he?
I don't know.
For Jilly.
But I would imagine like
He probably does.
well, it's like all
Because what that does, it gives it kind of like a super slight delay, right? Kind of
not
making
necessarily like so if the guitar player recorded like a take,
Yeah.
he's never going to play that same take again.
Yeah.
So that's how you're going to get the difference. But for the sake of having like the width and the thickness, they would
girth,
play.
yeah.
Yeah, they would play crowbar through the fucking microphone. But all these guys, you guys use in-ears and you have metronomes.
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't really?
No,
Oh, okay, cool.
we're all
Not even the
wedges,
drummer?
baby.
The drummer doesn't play to a click?
Oh, okay. The drummer's on a click, but
I would say
like me,
I feel like you would
our
have
guitar
to.
player Alex and our singer Darius. We're not on.
I can get with that though because
People call us insane for it all the time.
well
but
Is it harder depending what venue you go to be able to hear
mean,
that though?
you kind of are at the mercy of the venue in the sense where if you got shitty wedges, you're gonna have a shitty stage mix. But we bring a sound guy on tour with us that they know what they're doing.
Because when I saw you guys in Orlando at that, I forget what that
in
was.
House Center, dude.
You guys sounded so much better. You and Boundaries sounded much better than all the other bands. And I know it's not the band's fault. It's just like their
Boundaries
house.
just sounds that good because they're that good.
Well, there's that. Yeah, that's a. But like you could definitely hear the difference because you're like, wow, it's like crazy bassy in here, and it might just be as the venue.
It parsed like that venue. It was kind of a shame. Like that venue had like a lot of potential. They
not
just
a thing
they just
anymore?
no.
Yeah.
Why?
They went they went through like I wouldn't quote anyone on this, but what I've heard is they just went through a lot of different ownership and no one could really get it off the ground. No one really wanted to put like the money into it that needed to be put in.
Yeah.
Like they had like a crazy system in there, but like they didn't have the right equipment to actually power it. So like you had this system in there that was like half powered.
Yeah.
So
And that's not good because you're going to burn out your equipment too.
yeah.
But I watch a lot of these videos on YouTube of like what it's like a series called like what it's like touring for this band, and it'll be like from Fall Out Boy to Tom Petty,
Yeah.
and they have like the sound guys and they talk about like how they run the sound. A lot of these guys, and I actually want to get one for when we get the studio built in the garage. You can like put this like microphone thing in the center of where you're mixing, and it'll tune your board to what the room is actually doing.
Oh, that's pretty.
So it eliminates all like the resonances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it helps in it. So I don't know if your guy does that, but I know that's a technology that exists.
I mean, I won't try and pretend that I know what our front house guy is doing. Those guys are just
Dude, live sound is a whole other.
Dude, they're walking around with fucking iPads now.
It's some magic shit that I do
crazy,
nothing
dude.
about.
I know that the Behringer X-Wing. It's a whole. You get it. You get your fucking iPad, sync it, and you could be anywhere in the room and control the faders and just fucking awesome.
Wild, dude. Yeah.
It's a wild.
And a lot
world.
of them will like come up on stage and like mix on stage with you, like mix your fucking wedges and shit.
That's cool.
I mean, not everyone does that, but some
Well,
do.
people that give it. I mean, I know like house guys sometimes like they're just like whatever. you know, just doing a band, but like, you know, your sound, I mean, those guys, like, especially I can imagine tour sound guys, like they're getting paid. So you got to be good, you know, if you want to.
Hey, if you want to make it a career, yeah, you gotta stand out a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm definitely fucking envious. That's fucking rad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm. It's a privilege to say the least. Yeah.
Was it cool because you went to that show in Orlando with us at the Spot a couple weeks ago? Was it cool? Is that like I know
What's it like blowing little kids' minds?
Well, not even that, but like I know we had like a little intimate talk about it, but like just being at like a local show again, you know, like I don't know. Does it make you miss that level or that stage, or you're like, I'm over, I don't ever want to go back to that stage again, you know, kind of deal? Or
I feel like that's a like yes and no question. Like part of me does like there is a vibe to like a DIY show and like some fucking VFW or like a venue like that,
like fireworks being thrown in the middle of the pit, stuff like that.
Like,
you can't get that at the House of Blues, you know.
No, like when you start playing shows where there's barricades and whatnot and the rooms are much larger, like it's a completely different vibe altogether. So there is an element that I'm like, damn, it'd be cool to play like a little 200 cap venue and like just have kids just destroy the place again. Like,
absolutely.
Because I mean, growing up and like that's kind of like when Kyle and I started the Body Snatcher shit. That's like kind of what got us off the ground was people just started knowing us for our shows just being absurd.
Right.
Like that's kind of what made, at least in our local scene, that's what made Body Snatcher kind of become this, you know,
entity.
It became its own entity that way. And there is like I still think about all like the old fucking back booth shows and like kids throwing trash cans and there's always some like crazy ordeal that happens at every show.
Dude, even at the Boondocks, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, dude, the Boondocks. I mean, rest in peace, the Boondocks.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stake claim to this, but I feel like Body Snatcher shows are kind of the reason they stopped having shows there. Because they didn't have like health insurance or anything like that, and then we started playing there,
and people are throwing bar stools and
bad things to start happening. So
it's like at the JCs, I feel like my era we started the whole poking holes in the drywall and the drop ceiling, and then it just never stopped. Now it's just a four-walled building with no roof.
Well, but
the building is still there.
No, I don't know.
The building JC's is still there, but like the fact that they would put Body Snatcher back in the day on the same bill with Traders, you're just asking for the venue too.
Oh, dude, that era was so awesome just because like
you would have like Loner, like, you know, you would have these like other bands, but like putting two like beat down bands on one bill like that, like you're just calling for broken stuff in your venue.
I mean, that was the whole point.
Absolutely, yeah.
That was the whole point. Like back in that day, it was like barely music. It was just there for people to hit each other to and throw things.
Well, it's still kind of like that, you know.
I mean, in a certain light, it is for sure. Like at that show, that kid fucking hucked that full trash can across the room. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
During Tut, yeah, that shit was rad.
That was awesome.
While avoiding fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Shout out the Spot. They got some cool. They actually had some cool shows coming up.
I saw they like started like a GoFundMe to like basically upgrade the venue. Like they're gonna, like overhaul it.
They're moving it. Yeah. I think they got more space in that little plaza.
Oh, nice.
So they're gonna build it out a little bit bigger.
Sick. I mean, that's another venue that has like really good potential.
Oh, it's rad, dude.
Just being there. That was the first time I've ever been there. That was another venue. I just walk in there. I'm like, okay, like this has like potential to be like kind of like a staple in Florida shows again. Because like if you think about it, Orlando kind of lost a bit of its charm for having local shows and like local to medium sized shows.
R.I.P. Island Oasis.
Dude, R.I.P. Soundbar too.
Soundbar, dude. That was the one.
See, I never played at Soundbar. I've only played there only when it was back booth.
I mean, it was basically
it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing.
But that's the thing is, I played at back booth. I never even knew of it as Soundbar.
It was back booth when I first started playing there, and then a few years later, I forgot who bought it. But someone bought it and like kind of rebranded it a little bit.
I heard it's not even Soundbar anymore.
I don't even know what I think it's just like because
I think it's more of a bar now. I think it's like
I think it's more of a club.
Well, they
Clubby.
have that club that's like when you go in, it's like one door goes to the sound bar.
Is it still the haunted house theme bar? Because that was pretty cool. Remember didn't we go there for your?
We did end up going there, but that was next
I've been there
to
before.
it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that whole thing is like it's like a block. There's like 4 or 5 places you go to. And
Yeah, there's tons of places there.
Oh yeah,
barbecue or Old 64 now.
the social.
It's crazy because you forget about him, right? Like you completely forget that he exists.
I was waiting
and
for
then he
him
just
to
started
jump in.
talking. I'm just like, oh shit,
Dude, he's
Justin's
got to
here.
lean so far forward now.
Yeah,
At least you could fucking hear him. You couldn't hear him
brother's
before,
hidden
yeah.
back there,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, man, yeah. Fuck, what? Orlando was. Dude, I saw a lot of cool shows at Back Booth.
Yeah, it's still to this day, like I've played some of my favorite shows in Orlando.
I played there a couple times, and then I Am Divided, and I played once there with Loner and with Imperial. Yeah, that was a cool band too. Wow, old school.
Do you feel because like it was Spite, like, and I know this is like kind of lame because we're friends. I'm not trying to like ask you interview questions.
No, you're good.
But we do talk about this kind of stuff a lot when we do hang out. But like, because Spite is basically like you guys claim California, right? You guys are a California band,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, everyone other than me. Well, not so much anymore. We're a little more spread out now. But like the meat and potatoes of Spite is California.
Do you find that when you guys play California, more people pull out, or like
Oh.
the shows are a little bit at like another level in Cali than it is?
I mean, if we're in like Bay Area or like LA, like, dude,
the Bay Area scene right now is wild.
It's always been pretty happening.
they've always Bay Area has always been known for fucking sick bands and culture, but like, every tour we do that has like a Bay Area stop or an LA stop or Anaheim, which is basically LA, but like it's weird. They're LA and Anaheim are like technically different scenes, but they're only like 45 minutes apart.
But Disneyland's there, dude. You know,
I've never been to. Honestly,
you're not missing anything.
I haven't been to Disneyland or Disney World since I was like 5.
What?
That's because you're an adult now.
I did. Me and my girlfriend just got Universal passes.
That's I feel like that's the move, though.
Yeah,
I like Universal.
Universal's
a lot.
dope.
Yeah, Universal is dope. The whole Harry Potter land, they crushed it. Yeah,
dude. I'm not even a Harry Potter fan.
Me
That
either.
shit kicks ass.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, the rides are rad.
But yeah,
But over there in Cali, though, like, so like when I think of like Bay Area, I think of like a lot of like hoods and like cutthroats and like all these other kind of like hardcore bands. Is there other bands like on the same kind of level or genre as Spite over there that kind of like,
I mean,
not that there's rivals or
like
whatever, but
deathcore
like,
in like our corner of like metal, I guess, is in certain ways is kind of sparse. But I mean, there's another band out there that I fucking love. They're called Snuffed on Sight.
Oh,
yeah.
they're fucking,
That band
they're pretty
is
rad.
so fucking awesome.
Did we?
And
We haven't listened to them before, but I know who they are. Though. They're
dude,
pretty rad.
They're I guess it's an LP. It's called Smoke. That shit is so awesome. And like I love that band because like they don't take themselves too seriously, but like the band is awesome. Like the music is fucking badass.
Yeah. They're more of like a beatdown, right? Kind of.
They're like I
a
don't
little bit of
know-
mix of both.
I don't
or-
really know like where to put that band. Like I'd say that they're kind of like the best way to describe them is like a slamming death metal band or
Yeah.
like
All right.
deathcore. I mean, they're a mix of things.
Yeah.
They're kind of just whatever you want to call them. But that band, like, they're one of my favorite heavy bands right now, and they're a Bay Area.
Okay.
They proclaim Bay Area dummy death. That's what they
Yeah,
call
dude.
it.
Yeah. Band's awesome.
the producer's on it tonight, dude.
Yeah, because Tsunami is from the Bay Area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tsunami and all, everybody in Tsunami is like in 10 other bands. It's hard to keep track.
Okay. I don't think he's still in the band. I think he does. I could be totally wrong on this. I'm so sorry if I am, but I'm pretty sure drummer of Tsunami was in Snuffed.
Yeah, and I think he also plays in God's Hate, maybe.
I don't think not God's Hate. No,
No. There's a couple of bigger bands.
The vocalist is in like 2 other bands.
Yeah.
He plays
they're
guitar.
just one of those. There's one of those groups that all of them have like a lot of other things going on too. I think because there's that other band. They're not an active band anymore. But there's another Bay Area hardcore band called Gulch.
Oh yeah, Gulch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gulch.
That was another band where a lot of those members were like,
Yep.
They're not a
dispersed.
thing anymore?
No,
Oh.
it's kind of crazy because like that band just like got like so big so fast, and then they just were like, yeah, we're done.
That reminds
They
me.
played a few final shows and then called it a day. I mean, who knows? That a lot of bands do that, and
Yeah.
few years down the road they might play a show. Or
That reminds me. Weekend Nachos is coming up. I'm gonna go to that.
They're still a band.
They got back together and they're playing Orlando soon.
That's sick.
I hope I didn't
fucking
miss
sick.
it.
I used
I
to
love
love
Weekend
that
Nachos.
That band's fucking badass.
Oh, Shepard was telling me about a metal show that you want to go to in January. He hasn't told you yet, but I guess we're all going to go because he said that I would like it because that's not really my thing. But like, he named a bunch of bands and I was just like, okay.
I don't know.
But he said that you would be super about it. So.
I don't know. I'll have to text him.
And he's trying to pop my cherry to listen to metal more.
Shit.
Well, seeing it might help. So, you know.
I mean, when we went to FYA and 200 Stab Wounds played, that wouldn't have been like my normal whatever. But watching it live, I'm like, damn, this band fucking rips.
Wait,
Well,
did you go this year?
No,
The
we
past
went
year.
20,
Dying Fetus with the lights on, dude.
Dying Fetus with the lights on would be crazy.
It's the
even
worst
still,
porno
man.
ever. It's the worst porno ever. Don't go to that.
That's
Oh,
a title,
God.
dude.
That and 9/11 necktie. Don't doing that. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, what do you think? What do you just want to get into a song real quick? And because we're gonna keep talking, I know that. But
Yeah,
let's get a
that's
song in. You want to start it off, or you want me to start it
I got
off? Or?
you got it.
All right.
Whatever you guys want to do.
So I've been in this cool like little like I don't want to say like
International.
well, I'm always international. I'm Mr. Worldwide. So this band, I thought they were another band at first, but so I really love that band Capsule.
Yes.
And like that kind of that DIY kind of heavier shit. So this band's called LMI, and this song is called Dead Channel Thirst, and it's the band has. I chose this song because I really like the intro and the guitars, but they're kind of like they're like a big metal band, but they have like a big DIY feel to them too, and it just kind of stuck out to me, and I really like.
Ben, do you want to try to guess what it's going to sound like?
After I just explained it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Horror pain.
hardcore with breakdowns.
Okay.
you might
Like
be
very breakdown heavy
no,
hardcore.
I think you're good. No, yeah.
Okay, I okay.
It's kind of like a
The vocals threw me off just from the intro.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the intro is not like once I heard that, this is not what I was expecting.
I love this shit.
Like almost sludgy.
It was yeah. Just like super fucking. It's like
It's a really big sound.
it's awesome. It's kind of like High on Fire and like Fu Manchu, like met up with Crowbar. It's awesome. I love it. I love this shit so much. This is like my new top 10 right now.
There's like I thought this was gonna be like a hardcore band. There's like some like death metal and shit in here too.
Do you not watch the show? Fucking kids, do you not watch the show?
This is weird.
I love it.
Because that's kind of like Dillinger right there, you
But
know? Like,
yeah, but
Yeah,
it
there's a
just
lot of
reminds-
shit going on here.
Yeah, Monarchs. Like every band that Logan would have played with back in like 2005.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is wild, dude.
It's awesome, dude. The whole album is fucking awesome.
There's so many things happening.
I love it. It's great, man.
I like that out of everything, you can still hear the things, you know, with everything that's going on. Is that a flanger? What is that, Drew?
It's either that or a chorus. It's one of the two.
This is wild.
I love it. It's fucking awesome.
This is not going at all where I thought it was going to go.
I fucking love it, dude.
Wow.
It's so cool.
So does the name stand LMI? Does
I
that
meant to look
stand-
it up before we played it, but I did not.
Jessica can figure that out while we're talking real fast.
What LMI stands for?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a guess what it stands for? Lick my innards.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, you know.
So where did you where
Like-minded individuals.
the band can't find, right? Or did you find
This was
that?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
That's all I
That's all you find, right?
What I love about this band, and I know I've sent you songs in the past, but one of my favorite fucking bands of all time is a band called the Coma Lilies.
I don't know.
I know I
don't
sent
know
you.
them.
I know I sent you a song like years ago, but the Coma Lilies were basically these kids that went to Berkeley in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And they formed this band, but it's basically like technical, melodic, but it's all clean.
Okay.
It's super like intricate, like a lot of like layers, like the whole ending of that song. So obviously that kind of made me think of that. But like I love what would you said sludge, but like the stoner rock, like Fu Manchu, Unida, like that drivey, like California, just like
It's like
a
sounds
Clutch
kind of
almost?
messy,
Yeah.
but like on purpose.
yeah. And like, you know, I love Clutch. So like that kind of that not so much in there, but just like that rock, you know, but then the vocals kind of like made it different.
The vocals are almost like death metal.
They're awesome though. like it fit that, and I love.
Was that overseas?
No, I think let me
Is that
see, I
West Coast?
wrote it down.
What is that?
You're never gonna guess what LMI stands for.
I don't know.
That's weird. Lazy middle class intellectuals.
I like the band even more now. Wow, I'm getting that tattooed. I love that. Yeah, I don't know where they're from. I wrote down every other place, but for them, I did not write it down. Oh, I remember why. Because I found it through their label's Bandcamp, and they're from Virginia. And I wasn't sure if they were from Virginia too, and that's why I didn't write it down. But yeah, man, that band is just, I like it, and the rest of the album is fucking. You can put that on the garage and just fucking clean and fucking do your shit. Love it.
Yeah, that is a very weird sound. In like a really cool way. Like I said, like just by the intro, no idea. And as soon as those vocals and like the rest of it kicked in, I'm like, oh, okay. And then it had like those weird interludes. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, just kept your head on the spin.
Oh, they had the drummer was doing really cool, like break, like kind of like a break beat at the end too, on top of the layers. It was just awesome. But
That's definitely a cool kind of sound to like throw in a playlist to kind of mix up a playlist, you know, and still like kind of flow with everything else.
Yeah, I love it, and I listened to that entire. I think they have a couple of albums, but
Pennsylvania.
yeah, Pennsylvania. Okay, cool. A lot of what was it called? Lazy middle class individuals.
Intellectuals.
Intellectuals.
I love it.
And
That's awesome.
individuals, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And at any point, you don't have to play music, but there's any point that you want to play a song, you can obviously play a song.
I'll rack my brain a little bit.
Yeah.
A little big.
I've been a little out of tune with music as of late.
Do
That
you
might
have to
sound
like
bad,
not at all, but
No,
do you,
it
do
actually
you have to
sounds
like
normal. It sounds normal.
but like I used to be one of those guys that I was always looking for something new to like check out. But in recent time, I just haven't really put myself out there to find much of anything new.
Well, you do it for a living,
Fair.
so it's
Yeah,
like
I'm around it a lot. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Who have you? So you've been on several tours over the last couple of years. Has there been a band that maybe like isn't so mainstream that you've played with that really stood out to you that you were like, damn, this band is fucking cool?
There's a lot of
besides Mouth for War, because we all know that they.
I was gonna say that was like the first one that came to mind because one, they're just really cool guys, and two, the band they just show up and kick ass.
Yeah,
every
dude,
day.
they're awesome.
We did. We took them to Europe in the spring, and they weren't initially supposed to do our U.S. tour, but we had a band drop from that tour. And this was like less than 3 weeks before the tour was supposed to start. So we were just like, well, who the hell are we going to fucking ask to open a tour that's 6 weeks long in 3 weeks notice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
wild.
I mean, there's a lot of bands out there, but like there's a lot of logistics that happen behind the scenes to make stuff like that happen. And only having 3 weeks is next to impossible. Like most bands can't be ready in 3 weeks. But Mouth for War was already with us in Europe, so we just decided to ask them to come out and do the States with us. And they had already been on tour for like 3 months.
Are they from the United States? Or they okay? So they were
Yeah.
okay. So they were in Europe with you, but they're from here.
Yeah, they're from like the Colorado Springs area.
Okay.
But yeah, they agreed to do it, and they came out with us right after Europe. Did 6 weeks in the States, and that band's just they're just one of those groups. Like you can always tell like when a band is like a bunch of actually like professional musicians. Like that band is just locked in every day. Like they just sounded so good every day. They didn't have a sound guy. They didn't have anything going on like that, but they just show up and they sound good.
Yeah.
And I love any band that can just do that. They can just show up in any scenario and just kick ass. Like I have a lot of respect for that. And in recent time, I'd have to say that's probably one of my favorite bands we've had out with us.
Well, they've been hustling hard too, because like I can't say how many times me or RJ would find a song and it's always featuring.
Yeah.
Not for War.
No,
Like, God damn,
they've been
they're on
grinding, dude.
everything, dude.
They've been grinding.
And
I mean,
rightfully so. They're rad. So you know,
they after that tour, they were out for over 4 months straight. I mean, there's not a lot of people that can do that.
This is a dumb question maybe, but like, is there like a deposit that like, okay, so that band, you don't have to name the band, but like that dropped weeks before, do they have to be like pay up for like, hey, you just kind of like last minute notice, like no call, no show kind of deal? Like,
no, it is not necessarily like in good taste to drop off a tour that.
do you get blacklisted from like?
No,
what,
I mean
like,
it's also contextual. Like it depends on like how you go about it
or the
like,
situation. At
Like
hand
that
or
band was
whatever.
from Japan. They basically like was like, we thought we'd be ready for this, but like the band's just not ready to make that kind of move yet.
That's a big move
So
though.
it is. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of things that are involved with.
especially
getting
if you
a
have
band, like,
jobs and stuff.
exactly. Like
dude,
we're all
I
like
couldn't
in our
take
30s
6 weeks.
now.
I
Like,
couldn't take 6 weeks off.
no, like
Yeah.
it's different when you're a bunch of kids doing it, but like now, like we're all adults. We're all like 30 or almost 30 or above 30. Like you have other things going on at home. Like to take your band overseas is a fucking big decision.
Yeah.
So like if you're not ready to do that yet, like you shouldn't force it.
I was almost on that run with you guys. Yeah.
Wait.
Your last run with Body Snatcher, I was almost on that.
With Body Snatcher?
I was gonna drive for what was the other
It was so it was us, Body Snatcher, Throne.
Throne? I almost drove for Throne.
Really?
He's gonna play tambourine.
Yeah, Flaherty DJ reached out to me like the Sunday before Rockville, and he's like, "This is crazy last minute. We need a driver," and I just couldn't do it.
Dude,
But
that would have been sick.
it would have been kind of cool.
That would have been so. I didn't
Have you
know
seen
about
RJ
that.
drive?
Not
You've seen RJ
anything
drive?
more than not anything more than like
I drove bit
up to
around.
Cocoa Village.
No, I drove you to Orlando.
And
Stop
Yeah,
signs.
yeah,
How many stop signs did he?
Oh, stop. Anyways, I did.
That
talk
would have been cool as fuck though. I didn't know that was.
That
a
was
thing.
almost there. That would be.
He texted you.
Probably. Anyone that knows me knows I'm the fucking worst texter imaginable.
You say that, but you reached out to me the other day.
I've been call it some growth, but I've been like making mental notes to be like, I need to at least try to be a better friend
No, I didn't.
and talk to my friend.
No, and like it's zero shader. Like I never feel a certain way. Like I know you're busy, and I know like just like
Not busy.
well, I know.
I know.
I
just woke up.
I'm trying to get you the benefit of the doubt. But I know like a lot of times after that long run, yet like the decompressing period, I would want to like just hibernate for a week. You know, I wouldn't want anyone to bother me. or
Definitely
whatever.
a piece of it is that.
I did talk to my work though, and I said, "Hey, this just happened." I said no, but if this ever happened in the future, could I take 5 weeks off of work? And they're like, as long as we know, absolutely. I was like,
Fuck yeah.
Can you still pay me?
I would have probably made more on that run.
Possibly.
DJ told me what I would have made weekly, and I was just like, damn, that would have been tight.
Drivers get paid nice, dude.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't like merch pay by any means, but like it still would have been a chance to hang out with a band, dude, you know, for a month and a half.
I mean, the
you
merch
know?
guys is the richest dude in the crew.
He's got Dogecoin.
Fucking fat stacks, dude.
But I got to start as a driver to get to a merch guy because I got to start weaseling in, start rumors about the other merch guys. So like, you know, like I got to start at the ground, dude. To start weaseling, dude. I'm a good weasel, dude. I'll make it to the top. Before you know, like Darius is like, how am I not the vocalist anymore? Yeah, sorry, dude.
Are you quoting Joe Biden in 1981? I'll leave. I might cut that out. I don't know. I don't know. Ah,
You want me to play one?
yes. Go ahead and play one.
This band's called Blank.
Okay, judging by the name, what do you think?
Song's called
Let me see like some
Sanity.
artwork.
This is the best part because I used to do that. I'd be like, oh, I can tell by the artwork.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can, artwork sometimes gives me a bit of an idea. But
Drew, real fast. This is a lyric video. Please listen to the music.
I'm not gonna look at the lyrics.
Okay. Okay, so you remember when like lyric videos were like really big in like 2010, 12?
yeah,
era?
everyone was doing them.
I think it's sick, but every
Kind
now
of coming back a little
they're
bit.
kind of coming back a little bit. I'm about it because a lot of bands have been actually putting subtitles on the bottom, which I like to know what some of the context of the songs are. But sometimes no, sorry. All right, so this is Blank, and the song is called Sanity, and it's pretty.
Judging by the last band, that the intro doesn't say much because I still couldn't figure out. What the fuck happened. But this sounds to me like fight music death metal.
Okay.
Fight music death metal. I like that.
I was gonna go with Goo Goo Dolls, but
Yeah. Run DMC.
Let's go!
oh man, reminds me of Reign Supreme.
Ooh.
You'll never get to curse me out. Anyway, you had to fight.
Okay, it threw me off. It threw me off.
This definitely threw me off a little bit.
But he's got great vocals, man.
Twisted by a world that I see. Enemies of the greater good that we need.
There's Drew.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of like Reign Supreme, First Blood, Cali. Just a lot of Cali hardcore. Wow. At that time, anyway.
I do like the graphics, I think they look pretty dope.
The graphics made me think like deathcore band, like death
Well,
metal.
I was thinking more along that line too.
Yeah.
That's what the 7-Eleven employee sees at 1:58. Ooh, what's Tidal? I don't even know what that is.
Tidal's dope.
Is it?
It's like $30 a month, but the audio quality is way.
Not that awesome.
Yeah, they
Know your place or just you fucking left.
Yeah.
okay, so it is fight music. I got that right.
Until your skull breaks.
I like that.
So hard to say, so sweats your eyes, fighting by your demise. Break me, but I will rise. Stronger than ever against all.
I keep thinking it's Kratos from God of War.
Rise. Stronger than ever, and you fucking die.
Yeah. Reign Supreme right away for me.
Righteous, but will rise. Righteous, but we will rise.
Like
Yeah.
a late for today kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
I don't.
That's a good look.
That's another good reference. Another one I was thinking of is like I don't I've never really listened to them, but they're like an old kind of classic band. I played a couple festivals with them years ago. They're called Marauder.
Oh, that's one of Drew's favorite.
Dude, Marauder's like
awesome.
legendary.
I know.
band.
I know. They're like a classic.
Yeah, I got this.
There's a bit of that vibe in there.
Oh yeah, you were there. Well, you played Rockville, but like Biohazard, Marauder, all came from that same that era.
Yeah,
and I can hear it there too because you're right. Marauder was a little thicker with the riffs.
A little bit,
I think so,
just like when I remember seeing them because we played, I think it was New England Metal and Hardcore Festival, and drawing a blank right now. Where is that at? I don't remember. Somewhere northeast. I forget where that.
Isn't it in Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, yeah. They played. This was so many years ago, but I didn't know much about that band, but they were just one of the bands that were playing the same stage that we did. And they were like a couple bands after us. And by the time I was done loading out that day, they started playing. And the whole room was just going absolute apeshit.
Oh, dude, Marauder is
It was like a scary band. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Marauder is definitely one of those like legendary hardcore bands that's when that album it's so good. Yeah,
they were kind of like one of the I wouldn't say first, but like one of the hardcore bands that were like a lot heavier.
They are definitely heavier with their riffs for sure. They're not like tight and
yeah,
but they're thicker. Yeah. Crowbar. That's the theme for today.
Yeah,
dude, fucking dude that was driving for Body Snatcher on this last tour is been driving for Crowbar for like 15 years or some shit.
That's awesome.
He was a cool guy. I liked him.
See, I could have kicked him out of his job probably.
Dude, that motherfucker had Wi-Fi in the bandwagon. It was dope.
What?
Yeah, he fucking had his own mobile hotspot set up in there.
That sounds like the name of a NoFX album. Wi-Fi in the bandwagon.
No, I like that. It was like a very big, very well produced sound. To where like a lot of these submissions that we get, sometimes you don't get that. So like it's kind of a nice little change. Which I like the potato stuff. A
lot of our submissions have been pretty well done.
Well, I'm sifting through them. So
well, it's funny because I was showing Ben a little clip of what I've been working on with my buddy in Massachusetts.
That shit was sick.
And it's like, and I was like, yeah, but dude, this is like barely mixed. It's like with computers nowadays, like it's almost hard. You almost have to go out of your way to get like a bad recording.
I
mean, if it's no, I know.
Oh, it's doable.
No, it's definitely doable. We're gonna plug you into this GE microwave.
Maybe during the break I'll show you.
But I mean, yeah, everything is so accessible now. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get like a good recording of something. These days.
It's like you plugged in your your guitars are so rad. So we plugged in his guitar to the Quad Cortex, and he just starts riffing, and I'm like, damn, this is an awesome patch. It's the stock one, and it sounds so good. Like you don't even have to mess with it.
Yeah, it was just the stock EVH red channel on the fucking Quad, dude.
Yeah, it's rad.
No, that shit kicks ass.
Although you did tell me something that I need to get, so it's a 7-string, so of course it's tuned a little lower. But I'm like chugging. I'm like, why does this sound so fucking awesome? And he's like, oh, I got a big ass sub down here in a tiny 10x10 shed.
The Yamaha HS8, dude.
Oh, it's awesome. It's rad.
That's fucking sick.
It's
because studio monitors are all very flat.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah,
they're designed for that.
Yeah, but like it adds like for like mix referencing, and when you have that sub down there, it gives you a more accurate depiction of what you're actually doing.
But when you're chugging it, it sounds so
good. It's so it's awesome.
Oh man.
Like I used to just anytime I would just jam on my own time, I would just use my little 212 with my AVH. But ever since we got those things, that's all I use at home.
Man, do you still have the EVH?
Yeah. I mean, it's with the band right now because we bring it.
Oh, okay.
We bring it as a backup, just in case if Alex's head just shits the bed, which it has a couple times. So it comes.
It's good to have.
Yeah. But
where's my cab?
It's in my parents' house still, just because my apartment's so tiny, I can't fit it.
Yeah. Fun fact: he got cab number 2.
Dude, that's still that. I swear by it. That's still one of my favorite cabs I've ever played out of.
I'm glad. I'm glad it's doing something.
Rob's got the first one.
Rob has the first one.
Yeah.
And then he's got the second one. And I have the 5th one that was gifted back to me. Yeah, I had to talk to your brother about that 212 too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, again, it's up to him because
Yeah, I
I
know.
sold it to him, but
He don't need it.
he doesn't
anymore.
fucking use it.
Yeah, he's got a baby.
He don't
doesn't-
use it.
Yeah,
He's got a baby.
All his free time is spent on Warzone. So,
it's okay.
I mean, me too. So
My brain's a war zone.
I'd be gaming.
Anyway, anytime if you have to take a pee break or something, we can pop.
Oh, I'm good for now, but
I'm fine too.
I
just
will.
wanna, like-
I will let you know.
Yeah,
I have to pee a lot.
We usually don't. Usually we're like almost wrapping up by now.
Yeah, they're
How long have we been at this?
We're
An
at
hour.
55 minutes right
Yeah.
now.
Right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I figured that this might
Does
be
not
I
feel like
figured
a little
an
bit
hour.
But it's good though. It's good. We need it.
a girthy crowbar episode. So
But what was that? What was that terrible porno? I don't remember.
Dying fetus with the lights on.
Yeah, that's it right there. Oh, our own historian. I love it. I think what's funny is like I've only been like I don't go to adult stores or anything because it's kind of weird. But like people still buy DVDs, and like I remember one time.
I don't know,
Yeah, well they
try to keep
still
it
sell
analog,
them.
baby.
They still sell them.
dude. I was just with a couple of my buddies yesterday, and we went to the Melbourne Mall, and I haven't been there in God knows how long. That place is kind of depressing to be in,
Go
but
to the Merritt Island one.
oh, it's worse.
Yeah,
that's a ghost town.
Oh, buddy.
That place should not still.
Shout out Sabaro.
But the Melbourne. I don't know if there's still an FYE in the Merritt Island.
No, that
Is it
closed
gone?
years ago, yeah.
Dude, in Melbourne, the FYE is still there.
They sell porn at that one.
I couldn't find it.
Oh, you were looking?
That's why this is what I was getting to. One of my friends was like, "Do they still sell porn in FYE?" Because like I remember when we were kids,
it's for everyone, dude.
like they would have
Yeah, that's funny.
But
It's
we went through the store. They didn't have porn there anymore. Which I remembered as
That's
a
the funny
kid.
thing,
They would
isn't it?
have fucking porn at FYE.
well, in the
Did you ask one of the workers?
no,
where's your,
I don't
Then you
want to.
don't.
I don't want to actually sound interested.
where's the anal section?
But they did have a massive collection of like DVDs there, and we were talking. We're like, do people still like buy this shit?
I don't know.
Like the whole like box sets of like TV shows and shit. Like, does anyone actually still?
I think the generation's still alive that do. I go into
They gotta
people's
be somewhere.
I go into people's houses all the time, and people do have like collections.
I used to like displaying my DVD collection. Like, this is how many movies I have, But
I mean, I guess it's the same thing. Like, because like for instance, I play a lot of video games, and one thing I really miss is the importance of like a physical copy.
yeah,
Like I used to love like it. It was almost as important to me as actually playing the games as just having the collection
Yeah.
of video games.
Dallas would do that with her book. She'll read it one on her like if she likes it, she'll read it on a Kindle and she loves it. She'll buy the actual book and put it on the
My dad-
bookshelf.
my
Yeah, there's
dad does
there's
that.
like there's
My
a
dad does that,
novelty
yeah.
to having like
And dude, some of these books look fucking sick, dude. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's aesthetically like cool,
Also, just like we were talking about earlier, so we went to your house before we came here. You had an LP of Spite, Spite LP, and you have on your wall just the displays like of the actual cover art with the vinyl in
Yeah.
it. And I said that I was like, I want to do that because I don't listen to vinyl, but
I don't
would love
either.
to
I just think they
display
look
it,
really
you know what I
cool.
mean? Yeah,
they just look really cool on
looks
your
really
wall.
cool.
yeah.
I mean, now that I've accumulated a handful of vinyl, I do want to get like a record player at some point. But for now, I just like it. Just looks cool having.
Well, it's
like,
nice, because Brandy got me for our anniversary a couple years ago. She actually found an original pressing of one of my favorite albums, and I was like, I'm never going to listen to this, but I would love to have it displayed just because of the imagery of the album. It's one of my favorite albums, and the vinyl's like green and shit,
Yeah, whatever.
Like, it's
They
cool
always
as fuck,
they always
you know?
print them on like crazy colors and stuff. Like
Shit
it just-
Design sent us a bunch of vinyl.
Yeah, we've had 3 or 4 bands that send us stuff now. Oh, by the way, thanks Barry Truth for sending us some stuff
I didn't wear it because he wore
and
it.
some stickers. So yeah,
I was gonna say, was that the band at that show? But that was what Spit Truth.
Spit Truth.
Spit Truth.
Okay, I was like, I saw the shirt.
Justin's wearing the hat.
Shout out Spit True.
Speaking of which,
That
if you're
band was
watching
cool.
this episode, the interview with them will have already been out. So check it out if you
I
haven't
steal
already.
this hat back from my wife too. Shit. Kept me fucking
Yeah,
wearing it.
Spit Truth. That's that band. Did you guys go into Hot Topic?
We did briefly, but
It's weird.
They had no idea.
Dude, I saw this some dude on fucking TikTok or something made this video just like talking about like the lore behind a Hot Topic, and I almost forgot how, like, I know it was different, but like Hot Topic has lost all of its identity. It is a shell.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I remember the Hot Topic in Merritt Island when I was a kid. My mom would be like, "You can't go in that store." When I was like 8.
It still has
it was kind of scary looking in there.
The one at Merritt Island still has the behind these dream stickers on the counter.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
real one.
now it's representative of their career.
Anyone that listens to this episode is free to go listen to that dumpster fire.
Which was really cool because if you really those who don't know, Behind These Dreams was a local band that was basically Body Snatcher before Body Snatcher.
Me and Colton, dude.
And Alex too, right?
And
Is that the one in my front room?
And it was,
I think your front room was only Body Snatcher.
Body Snatcher,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was like early Body Snatcher.
but it was a pop punk band. Who was doing vocals for that?
This guy, Andrew Richardson.
Yeah.
He lives in Lakeland, I think.
I don't know.
Nice guy.
Sounds like a golfer.
He's a. I mean,
Up to the T.
I only knew him for like about 6 months, but I could see him. I could see him playing some golf.
Have you guys seen those videos now where it's like it's a new trend where after the golfers hit a shot, like people shout things from the crowd?
Yes.
Yes.
Like right on the tip. I love it so
I
much.
love the one where it's like, I want my son back.
Give me back my son. Dude, they're so fucking funny. Anyway, I'm glad golf is fun now. It's almost like Happy Gilmore when I was a kid. Like, oh, it's becoming.
Well, it's
now we just need assault charges.
It's becoming like it's because before when I was growing up, it's like if you played golf, you were like an old fart.
Yeah.
But now it's like there's tons of like young kids that are like getting into it and like posting about it on the internet.
They didn't have golf club when you were in high school?
I mean,
I was homeschooled.
My old boss used to. That's true. He was homeschooled.
This is mini golf.
I was one of those.
I was on Holy Moly, no big deal. Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle. That's true.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Oh, they're remaking Happy Gilmore. I don't know if you heard that.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
that can't be real.
Dude, somebody at work told me, and I thought they were fucking with
like-
me, and I looked it up. It's a concept.
I feel like that's uncharted
company called the
territory
Onions
that
doing
people
it.
should not be exploring into. Happy Gilmore. I mean,
It's not
Who
that
knows?
good.
It
It
could
does
be
not
awesome.
hold up. The original one doesn't hold up.
I'm still going to call it a classic, but it's like I don't think you don't need to remake it. I love it. Dude. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's just I can put it on.
It's like a
great.
classic
but you
comfort
don't need to remake it.
No, exactly.
I feel like comedy movies you don't need to remake.
No.
You
Like,
can't get away with half the crap that they say in the old comedy.
dude, fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what was it?
And Apollo Creed's dead, so you can't do it.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
No, they did do a new installment of Bill and Ted
With Keanu Reeves?
with Keanu Reeves and I think Alex
Andrew Richardson.
It fits so well. Dude.
Andrew Richardson is in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
He's the owner of Crowbar.
Alex Winter is his name. They're like 60 years old in it, and it's just, I mean, to be fair, Bill and Ted has always been like a terrible movie, but like
It's
like a good
movie.
bad movie. It's like you watch it because it's bad and it makes you feel good.
Have you seen Lawnmower Man?
Lawnmower Man?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
That is a fucking dumpster fire.
It's like
All right.
every rose has its thorn.
Like Keanu Reeves is like 60 and he's got just the worst dyed hair I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like Keanu Reeves.
I love
though.
Keanu Reeves.
They're actually, I remember there was an interview, well, he was on like a late show, and he's like, I really like that movie Constantine I did. So I think they're going to redo Constantine as well.
Dude, that movie was good.
yeah, Constantine was
Constantine.
awesome.
But that's a movie that could get a
It's
new
awesome.
like installment, and if they do it right, it could be
I'm
sick.
surprised they never made a show out of it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I
But
think
it's a comic, isn't it?
yeah,
Is it?
yeah. It's an old. I want to say it's.
Is it DC?
I'm not a comic buff, but I want to say it's. Is it Marvel? DC.
DC,
Okay, yeah.
I thought,
DC.
yeah.
What was Blade, Justin? Was that
Let's Marvel.
Blade's Marvel.
Oh,
You know-
I thought it was just tax evasion.
Supposedly Blade's going to be in the new Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Like Wesley Snipes?
No,
Well, no.
I forgot.
Well, then I'm not watching it.
I forgot who
Dude's
they're
like
having.
If he's not
70
stealing
now.
taxes, wielding a sword, I don't want to watch it. I love Blade. The original Blade.
Oh, it's so
the
badass.
trilogy is cool, but dude, the original Blade movie with what's his name?
Well, they did it.
Steven Dorff.
Oh, pre Wesley Snipes?
No. There was a Blade before.
I don't know.
Wesley Snipes? No. Blade came out in like 97, 98. Yeah, it's awesome. I love Blade.
You know what? It'll probably never happen.
Go to images, Justin, because the new Blade, the guy who plays Blade, looks just like him, dude.
Oh, I forget that guy's name, but he
Is that Hannibal Buress?
it kind of looks like him.
Wow, it does. Yeah.
It's good.
What's that actor's name? I see he's in so many
Kevin-
fucking movies.
Kevin Bacon.
I was trying to find it.
Let's go to IMDb.
I was trying to.
This is my favorite part is when we have to find stuff on the internet.
Yeah,
You asked me earlier, do I cut stuff out? No, I cut
it's
stuff
just it's this shit.
No, but it's funny. You know? Oh, man.
You know what movie? Well, it's not a movie, but because I've been replaying this game, it's actually an old. Of course I don't.
Hey,
remember.
RJ, what does that say?
I can't. I feel like I would be disrespecting him if I tried to pronounce his name.
I mean, he looks cool.
He looks badass.
Yeah, he looks cool.
I need to get some John Lennon glasses and a leather vest.
Yeah, you do.
Fucking A. What am I doing? Fucking up.
You
No,
look
dude.
like him, dude.
You look Dr. Ramakna, dude.
I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dude, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik is
so good.
So good.
Isn't it crazy that that's like the last thing he did?
Yeah,
like-
but before that movie, he was in an interview saying like, I will not star in any movie unless it's like something I feel like is absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that he was in after that interview was that movie.
Yes.
And those movies,
They're pretty
awesome.
good. I like this movie.
So this is
Yeah.
after he started finger painting on his hallway.
He's
Yes.
been
Okay.
he's been
Yeah.
doing that for a while.
Yeah, he's no, he's great though. I mean, I love Jim Carrey.
Dude.
Oh, you should have worn that shirt.
I thought about
Oh
it,
my
but I
God.
didn't know.
He's got an Ace Ventura shirt.
Yeah, my
It's-
Elena bought me this fucking shirt from Target for like $5.
It's at
And
Target?
yeah,
I'm gonna buy it.
it's just it looks like a rap tee, but like it's just Ace.
I love
Ace
it.
Ventura and like the rap tee font, and it's just a bunch of pictures of it. It's pretty sick.
Sounds rad.
It's fucking funny. It looks like one of those like collage.
Yeah,
art,
like the
album
'90s
collages,
rap
yeah.
shirts.
Oh,
I was just looking up stuff for fun.
That's cool.
Um,
So rad.
we were
There's a big screen up there.
we were fucking talking about Keanu Reeves, and it made me think of something. I've been replaying this old game. Well, it was a comic before it was a game. It's called The Darkness. He's like I don't think he was initially a Marvel character, but he got like basically put into the Marvel universe. And he's like the coolest Marvel character ever, but no one cares about him. But the game is fucking crazy. And like if you play it, you're like, this could be a movie and Keanu Reeves could fucking play it. Like it's he's basically just a mob boss that has demon arms and you just eat people. It's fucking sick.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like Beast Plate lyrics.
Kind of, yeah.
You guys remember the band The Darkness?
No.
I believe in a thing called love, just as the wisdom of the heart. You remember
That band's called The
I believe in
Dark.
a thing called love.
I heard that song, but I never knew it.
It's like 2005. Yeah, I think he's dead now.
Cool.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway, back to what we were talking about, porno movies. I found a porno movie.
Oh yeah,
one time.
back to the
Yeah.
important.
Well, I
stuff.
just remembered my ADD. Dude, it's bad. But I found the funniest title to a porno ever. It's called "I Want You to Make My Ass Pregnant 5." So that means there's 4 more before it, and I'm just like, wow. I wonder.
Fifth installment. Dude,
You know
it
what?
must be a successful
I'm looking at the
series.
cover, like I wonder what this band sounds like. What do you think? You think I play a song real quick and take a little pee-pee break?
Whatever you want
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, I want to snack a little bit.
Yeah,
Guys, I have to pee. Okay, so this band is been heavy on my listening with lately. I'm kind of like, today's episode is kind of weird. I have some hardcore stuff, but everything on my list today is kind of like, I don't want to say DIY, but it's just not. It doesn't follow the grid, if that makes sense. So this band's from Canada. I think they're from British Columbia. The band's called Luella, and the song's called Ruiner. And they already opened with a pedal board.
All right.
It's not my-
So now guess just by Luella. What kind of genre? And he already said it's a DIY. They're from where, you said?
Canada.
They're from up there.
North of North Carolina.
That's all New York, dude.
My guess would be like a noise band. Like,
I'm going melodic.
I'm guessing like the best way, like a mathy noise band.
I think if you mixed both of your answers, I think you guys would be correct.
Okay.
I think. But
What was that band?
Like, do you know what I'm trying? Like,
That's what I feel like it sounds like.
wait, are you thinking of Macaulay Culkin or are you thinking of the guy from the Goonies?
No, Macaulay Culkin.
He was in a band?
Yeah.
What was it?
Macaulay Culkin has a band.
No way. Hold on. Fuck my song. Hold on.
I need to.
Can you spell? I don't even know how to spell Macaulay Culkin.
Definitely not how you spell his name.
Is that a dollar sign?
Is he fucking Ukrainian? or
M-U.
something?
Maca, whatever, dude.
Just type in Home Alone Kid Band.
Pizza Underground.
Oh,
The
good.
Pizza Underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never heard of the Pizza?
Is that about Hillary Clinton's scandal with the children? I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like some fucking conspiracy
Just
theory.
play like 10 seconds of it. You don't have to play the whole thing. I'm curious.
Macaulay
Macaulay Culkin eating a slice of pizza.
clip of Macaulay Culkin's band.
What does he do in the band?
I think he sings.
Does he?
That was him.
I love this show.
Oh, dude, wait. Is he playing the tambourine? Is that him on the fucking tambourine?
Not for long. Arjun's going to get his job.
Dude, he's on the fucking tambourine, dude. Or something.
He's right there on the right.
He's on the right.
No, that's like a maraca thing.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Yeah, she
No.
No. There's no way this is fucking real. Are you fucking for real?
No.
No! So you have none.
Dude, this is like something you'd see
Oh
on
my
like
God.
Catatonic Youths or some shit.
I'm so over that.
I love that. I love that.
Dude, that's my favorite.
Follow Catatonic Youth on Instagram.
It's daily entertainment.
There was a band from Orlando that was on it. I was like, you deserve all of this. Okay, so yeah, is it everything good? Is it, we recording still? Everything
still
good?
recording.
All right.
So what is this band again?
It's Luella.
I need
All
a
right, here we
palate
go.
cleanser. All right, what is it?
So I said,
Ooh, that's a big sound already.
Dude, it's awesome. This band is probably my top 20 bands right now.
It's kind of big.
It is.
okay, it's a little mathy.
It's awesome, man.
It's like almost like a genty sound, like a tone.
It reminded me a lot of like old Fear Factory and like Machine Head era, but it's with a newer twist.
I like that.
I love this shit, man. It's almost like an Architect vibe too. Like
I get Architect.
Oh, playing Jazz Masters. This band is awesome.
Time to burn the rocks.
I love that.
Looks like a cool spot to play, dude.
That's his living room.
Hey, for real?
I don't know.
I mean, it kind of looks like
It could be.
someone's house with a bunch of lights.
First hand. Oh, your fault. Put your arms and back to the limit.
Is that a Mustang?
It's I think it's a Jazz Master.
Jazz Master, maybe?
That's a
Fender.
Yeah. I love this.
No, this is cool.
kind of like the last band I played, but slower. You know what I mean? So fucking
That was
awesome,
cool, man.
His vocals are cool too.
The rest of that album is so it's just thick.
This just made me think. This made me think of a band. I wish I could remember the name right now because the band is so cool. No one cares about them, but they're from the UK, and they were like one of my like obsession bands last year. I listened to them like every day. They're a little more chaotic than that.
We've probably played them.
You might have. You might have. They're so sick. I'm trying so hard to remember the band's name right now. They're a UK band. They're like it's like that, but like way more like if you took like old Danza and like Dillinger.
Okay.
Like like their music is fucking I gotta go on my Spotify and look.
Well, we'll take a little pee break and then we'll figure it out. But,
yeah, I gotta find it.
Yeah,
dude.
before we do that, like
Because if we haven't played them, I would like to play it.
yeah. No, me too.
You might have already heard who they are.
Maybe. I don't know. One thing I loved about this band is I don't know if I'm just kind of getting back. I go through spurts, and I know RJ knows this. Like, I love melodic stuff. I love big, beautiful melodic shit. But I also like the super dark, like, but not like in like a metal, death metal, or black metal sense. Like it's like that grimy. But a lot of this kind of partially it reminded me of like early Mastodon, just a little slower.
Yeah.
But then I have such an affinity for like old new metal, like Soulfly, Fear Factory, and you know all that shit. And I got a little bit of that in there too. But he had a really cool voice, and his living room is awesome.
I was gonna say I really
I don't
like
know.
that guy's vocals.
Yeah, they're awesome. The guitar tone is fucking sweet.
Damn, only 500 views.
Dude, you'd be so surprised. We play some of the most rad bands, and they have like no listeners on.
Oh,
I don't know about this
there's
band,
so
but
many bands that are fucking badass that just never get the chance to really see.
They don't make enough memes on TikTok.
I mean,
Step up your game.
don't even get me fucking started.
No, let's get you more started.
Call that the Beijing bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, I keep a lot of opinions to myself.
Yeah.
Not here, you don't. I'll cut him out, and then I'll hold you ransom.
Well, long story short, a lot of that shit sucks.
I posted
People
a
on
meme.
TikTok like bad music.
I posted a story on Instagram a couple months ago. It's you guys are obviously familiar with the movie Remember the Titans,
Yeah.
where he's like, "Is it funny?" Yes. Oh, you don't know. You don't know this. And at the bottom it just says when bands post memes all the time about themselves, but they don't write new albums. It's like it's not so funny anymore. No.
No.
I think I said it to Justin. I'm not going to say what band it was, but I think I sent a little screenshot to Justin. I was like, all this band does is just meme shit.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think
It works.
I think TikTok has done a lot of positive things for like our era of music.
In a way.
In a way, they're like just like anything. I like to see like the positives and the negatives of the fact, but like it has hit a point where it's like people are getting careers off of like just the most cringe-worthy
shit.
garbage.
Peyton Parrish,
Oh my God.
the Viking metalcore
we'll take a little
guy.
pee break. I'm going to go change into my referee uniform.
Nice.
Oh my God. Dang.
Fuck yeah.
Shit's
Shit's nuts, dude. It's
Wait, Jesus Christ.
I didn't actually play it.
Hold on. And we're back. It's episode 69, y'all. Whoop whoop.
It is.
It's episode 69.
I'm just going to call it nice.
Nice.
I knew I waited for the right episode.
Yeah. So,
Thank God your phone had service.
doo-doo. Before the break, before the pee-pee, the poo-poo pee-pees.
You're funny today. I love it. You're getting me today.
I got a mild headache. The blood is away from my wiener. Before the break,
Adderall?
Ben was trying to think of a band, and he figured it out, and he wants to play a song. What is it? How do you say it again?
They're called Frontierer. They're a UK band. And this is a record they put out in 2021. And when it came out, I was obsessed with it.
You said you like listen to them like every day or something?
Yeah, there was some weeks where I was just like every day I found a reason to put on a couple songs from this band.
And were they like a supporting band over there, like when you guys played, or like
No,
they were just on the?
one of my friends from North Carolina, his name's Tyler. He just listens to a lot of like obscure shit, and he showed me this band when I was visiting him one time, and I was like, holy shit! Like it reminded me of like shit. I won't spoil it, but it just reminded me of a lot of things I used to listen to when I was a kid, and it's all done really well. This whole record especially is just so insane. Yep. But yeah, go ahead. It's awesome. It's just absolute chaos the whole time. It's like old Danza and like Dillinger.
A little bit of End.
Huh?
End?
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
I want to rock out more, but I don't want to fuck up the cameras. I like this. This is awesome.
It's got that Danza feel, dude.
Yeah.
Old Danza feel.
The number 12 looks like you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they got the alien sound?
Yeah.
This is wild.
Dude, it's crazy.
This is awesome.
See, this
If you like this, I couldn't encourage you to listen to the record more. It's fucking insane.
See, I feel like this would be a rad live.
Oh, yeah. His voice sounds like Daniel Davidson. A little bit.
Yes. That's all I'm picturing now is Daniel. Just effortlessly.
Almost like an ion dissonance too, but
Yeah, there's
not
a
a
little bit of that in
computer.
there
You know?
too. There's a lot of shit going on with this band, dude.
This is wild.
Yeah.
I knew of them, and I've heard a couple songs in passing.
So, I'll let it finish.
I love this kind of breakdown.
It's a crazy tone,
whatever
dude.
tuning. I don't even know what the fuck the
C.
tuning is.
That's definitely A.
It's something
It's
low.
low. I don't know if it's drop, but it's low. Maybe even.
It's very Josh Travis.
I love that.
Nothing's lower than A. Was it the F?
I think actually, people play in G. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah, piano.
Like the octave down. It's not over yet, dude.
This is when Blade comes into the pit.
With this fucking.
I'm not paying my taxes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really weird. I usually don't like stuff that's like too weird like this, but something about this, like, it's like, what is going on here?
That's me trying to use your computer.
There you go.
Okay, somebody in that band is a huge fan of Aphex Twin. There's no way if fans are about it. I like that. That's cool.
It's crazy.
It's rad. That
was crazy.
It's wild.
And I mean, if you listen to that record, it's a lot of that. It's weird as fuck, but like each song is like, they're all different, but it's all cohesive. But every song, there's just so many random things happening. It's one of those records where like I love records that kind of keep me guessing what they're gonna do next, and that's like all this record is. Like you never can really get a grasp as to like where they're gonna go with it.
That's one I did mention, like ion dissonance is a staple in my life.
Oh yeah.
Ion dissonance is just insane, but they don't do like a lot of like the little I guess the ad lib parts with like the crazy computer, you know, rendered stuff. But like just the heavy low tune guitars, just big, it's awesome.
It's big like ion dissonance, like old Tony Danza, like Josh Travis style shit. Like it's fucking sick.
I think it was funny because like when we were looking them up on Spotify, it's like, oh, it's a little bit bigger of a band. Like that might be one of the bigger bands we played in the last like 20 episodes, and it's not even like a big band, right? Like as far as like on the scheme of like bands that are touring or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like they have 15,000 monthly listeners, and we are like typically like around 1,000 of most of the bands have.
Like super underground.
Holy shit. All the bands I'm playing, they have less than 500.
Mine
That
are,
one band you
mine
got,
are like,
what was the band you played before we took the break?
Pizza Underground.
And that's why he's there. Was it Luella?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That song had like 500 views. or
no,
some
no, no.
shit.
That was on the record label.
They have 663 on Spotify.
Yeah.
Still, like that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's what I mean.
Crazy.
And
you know what's crazy about that? And I said it on an episode before, but now that you're here, you remember the band Away With You.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Alex Davison loved that band.
I love that band too, but they haven't played 15 years, right? They haven't put out any music in 12 to 15 years or whatever. They have like almost 200 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Holy shit.
And it, like those are just diehard, like me. I probably at least contribute to some of that, but like
Alex Davidson is still contributing to that.
I still contribute to it as well. But it's just weird to think about. Like there's these bands out there that are like grinding and are still like on that lower bracket. It's just like they're still like.
Well, I think
they're fucking sick though.
I think
it sucks. you know?
This is actually a good question now that we have a international man of mystery here.
Rockstar.
So one of the reasons why I think Spotify is what it is like, okay, so a lot of the bands that I find typically, they're all over the fucking world. And I know that the United States isn't their prominent listening venue. So maybe that's why, that might be huge in other countries, but they don't necessarily have a lot of listeners on American platforms like Spotify, things like that. So are there, so we've talked about movies in the last episode about like, obviously every country has their own movies. So they get excited about our movies, whatever. Yeah. So when you go to other countries, is Spotify and Bandcamp like as much of a staple over there as it is here? Or do they have their own, their own platform, like something that's like Spotify, but it's over there?
I mean, if they do, I don't know about it.
Thank you.
Pretty much anywhere I go, I do usually just hear Spotify, Apple Music. Some people are on like Amazon and like the other more like less popular ones. Like I'm surprised Tidal isn't as I mean, people definitely use Tidal.
I've never heard of Tidal till today.
Dude, if you are like big on like listening to music at the best possible quality when you're streaming, like it's a no-brainer. Like, because Spotify compresses the shit out
they do.
Out of music. Apple Music isn't quite as bad, but it's still very much the same. But Tidal, like, it's a noticeable difference when you listen to.
They have a better
music.
bandwidth.
Yeah, like
Louder, too.
when I've listened to music on there, it's as close as, like, for instance, like when you get like a mix, like a WAV file on a Dropbox. Like every time you hear the mix on a Dropbox, sounds much better than when you hear the song when it's out on Spotify or Apple Music, etc. Like Tidal isn't quite there, but it's like right there. Like it's definitely by far the best sounding streaming.
That makes sense because there are certain. So when we do an episode and we render the audio, I do render it to the preferred level that platform provides. Thankfully, Spotify and YouTube are the same, so it's like I don't do one file. Yeah, but yeah, so that is interesting though but that's one thing I've always wondered because we found countless bands from overseas, especially like in places that I never thought there would be bands. Yeah, you know what I mean, and that's just me being ignorant. But we can't even find an Instagram for them. Like they're a ghost on the internet, but like somehow they end up on Bandcamp. But
I mean, there's a lot of these motherfuckers out there that they don't really use social media, and they like probably just do some light research, like how can I put my music on the internet? And like Bandcamp is definitely universally the easiest way to get people to stream your music.
Because you've definitely have put on some bands that I can't even find on Spotify.
It's hard.
Like they're only on
it's impossible.
Bandcamp. So,
But I always wondered that, like, okay, so like Canada's a little different because they're right there, you know. I mean, and it sounds like a lot of like the Western society. They kind of, we all use Amazon, we all use, you know, YouTube, you know, kind of thing. And I know it's different over there, you know, like they have different servers, whatever. But I just always wondered that because I'm like, damn, this band is so fucking good. How do they only have 150 listeners? Like, it seems so wild to me.
I mean, it all comes down to it's just like either the band's just simply doing it for fun and they don't really want to put the money into it, or I mean, sometimes they do, like they put themselves out there and it's just the way of the game. Like sometimes it just never really gets seen by anyone. There's not really a explanation for that. I don't think it's just like, especially now when it's the music industry is so fucking saturated with all the everything is so accessible. So you have all these people making music and putting it out. So you have all these bands to sift through.
It is hard.
So like you have all these people that just slip through the cracks just because there's so fucking much.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, but it is also like it's kind of cool that there is that many people right now like just putting themselves out there.
Everybody was talking about that, like when MySpace came out, like how after like the second couple years of like MySpace becoming a thing, that's when you started to see like the idea of a label being kind of a lesser of an idea. But I don't know if that matters. And I do believe in, you know, musical freedom. I think write whatever you want. Because I remember, you know, just talking to, you know, different people like back in the day, like, well, we'd be interested in you, but if you did this, and I just like, you know, the arrogant me would be, no, it's my music. You're not going to touch it. But also sometimes it is important to have a producer for something.
Yeah.
You know? And I do understand like the whole like personal idea of it. But you're right. Like now it's like, it's the Wild West.
Oh, it really
and
is.
It's like you hear some of the coolest stuff that you never would have heard, but you also hear some of them like, why did you even put this on the internet?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other side of it. It's just like it is so easy to make music and get it on the internet. Like, and there are just people out there that just they don't have anyone telling them that their shit sucks and they need to try harder.
But you know what? Sometimes people need that though.
Oh yeah.
Like I was making no jokes, and I think I was talking to these guys. It's like, dude, I'm in a pocket of myself. Like I need somebody else to push me somewhere else. I think, you know what I mean? I need that because if you don't, then I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not fucking the Elon Musk of guitar. I'm not going to be so I need sometimes guidance is good, you know?
Like, I mean, I don't think good records are made by just people being like, yeah, that's sick. Like to everything. Like you have to kind of backpedal on some ideas here and there to make something truly good.
Is that something that you guys do in your like, so when you guys go to, let's say you guys write a record, okay, and then you do like with rough tracks and then you send it off and then you have a producer come in, or how does that,
so
how does that
basically,
work with you guys?
because like our guitar player, Alex, writes like all the music. But what he does is he's constantly demoing stuff and then he'll have an idea and then put it in the, like our band chat or whatever and just kind of feel it out, see how everyone's like, you know, feeling about it. And like if everyone likes it, we'll be honest about it. And if we don't like it, we'll be honest about that too. Like, so he'll send a full song sometimes and then Darius will be like, you know, I'm not really like, this needs to be in a different direction. And he'll go back to the drawing board. And
that's important to do that though.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
It really is.
But beyond that, so like, let's say you guys have all done that. And we talked earlier about Dropbox bands because that's the new term. I'm going to kind of go with it because it's so true. Yeah. And, you know, my buddy James, shout out, like he sent me something that he did on drums. And I never would have wrote that on guitar. Yeah. But I also like, I'm not thinking in that method that he is.
Yeah.
But so like, let's say you guys have a track, you guys all agree on it, you guys all like it. Obviously you change stuff here and there, you know, fix little transitions and stuff. Yeah. So when you guys go to record, do you have like a producer there?
I mean, our album making process always kind of changes. Like for instance, right now, Alex and Darius are in Joshua Tree in California writing for our next record. So basically we're just trying to have a lump sum of demos to work with, and then our plan is to take those songs to a producer and actually like track the record and have him help us like shape them a little more. Probably.
Okay.
That's kind of the plan for this one. So I mean, depends though. Sometimes like the last record, only about half of it was actually like fleshed out and written. We went into the studio for like 5 weeks, and Alex wrote like half the songs there. So, like,
okay.
Yeah. So I think it just depends what the current vibe is. Like sometimes you have an influx of ideas, and then sometimes you need a little more outside help. Like that's where going to the producer comes in.
Right.
Like I think there's also there needs to be a good balance with that. Like I don't feel like you should just be having your producer write your music for you.
No.
But a lot of those guys have a lot of good things to say, and I think bands should listen to them, especially if they're making good points.
Yeah.
Like, but again, it all just kind of depends what the band wants and if they really know what they're trying to do with that record.
For sure.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, me and RJ watched little snippets of, you know, Body Snatcher with Will Putney.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because Will Putney's he's just not he's not just a producer recording, but he's in a band.
He also writes music for a lot of bands.
Yeah, and he's awesome. So he kind of knows what's going to flow. It's kind of like when you've done something so much, like you just kind of like,
no, that's like to further my point, that like that's a guy, like you should at least, like if you're a band and you go into a studio like with someone like that, like
feel lucky. Number one.
For one, yeah.
I feel fucking lucky.
Two, it's like
I've seen that studio. It's rad.
oh, his studio is even crazier now because he moved into this like
mansion.
Huge,
Right?
yeah,
It's like a big compound thing.
It's a compound in the woods, and like everything, he has everything like at home essentially, but like it's a mansion that's turned into a studio, and
that's awesome.
Like the like when you record there, I mean, it's so secluded, like you have to stay there.
Which
like
is cool.
Body Snatcher, I think that Kyle said that they like have, like I haven't been in the new studio. Like when we went to Graphic Nature, it was the old one in Belleville, New Jersey. Also cool studio, but now it's like all self-contained into his house.
That's cool.
It's pretty insane. Like the guest house that they have the band stay in is like another like basically full house.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've seen a lot of like studio documentaries, and they say it's important though because you want everybody to feel at home.
Yeah,
you don't want to feel like, because I mean, you know,
the setting is important. Like where you're creating, I think is totally important.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, when I was a kid, like, oh, we're going to pay for 8 hours.
Yeah.
We got to get everything done and tracked.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool, though. I mean, I've always been kind of interested in that. And the older I get, the more, you know, I've let my ego go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
I think that's a part of age.
It's like, dude, it's like, dude, you know how happy I am when somebody else sends me something? Dude, send me something to write to. Like, I welcome it so much more now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that, you know, I didn't welcome it before, but it's like sometimes I wouldn't get anything.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that pressure is there. So it's like, you know, now that I'm getting older, and now, like you said earlier, time is not time like we were when we were kids.
No.
You know, so I think it's definitely important. It's like, dude, I was so happy when he was like, here's a drum track I did. I'm like, thank God. Thank God, because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to write to what you're doing. Yeah, you know, we tweak it, you know, here and there, like you guys do. You know, but yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. Who are you? So you guys are recording a new album. Who are you guys recording with that?
We don't really know yet. We're still kind of like bouncing ideas to as far as like producers that we want to work with. I think right now the goal is just they want to get ideas fleshed out and have like a record's worth of songs, if not more, so we have things to work with, so we know truly like what the direction is going to be.
Rick Rubin.
Dude. Does anyone even fucking go to that guy anymore?
I don't know. System of a Down did once, and that's all I know.
Slipknot did too.
He makes good.
They did.
Dude, Rick Rubin is behind a lot of shit.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
I honestly think like I don't obviously that world is so odd to me, but like I love Devin Townsend. Devin Townsend as like not just a musician, but as a recording I mean, that guy knows.
Oh, that guy's on another planet.
Oh, he
entirely.
is. Yeah,
Like,
he definitely is.
it's like just one of those people, like, even like if you don't like that, because I mean the stuff he creates is so out there.
It's out there for sure.
But like it's just one of those guys, whether you like it or not, you have to like give some respect.
But also just trust what he says.
Yeah.
You know.
What's now that you mention it, what's that old band?
Strapping Young Lad.
Yes.
Strapping Young Lad.
Dude, I
would look like him if I grew my hair out. Justin, can you pull that up?
Dude,
Type in Strapping Young Lad.
I actually never heard of that band, but
they're heavy.
This guy Travis that's been playing drums with us, when we were practicing for tour last, I was driving us from our hotel to the studio one day, and he put this band on. I was like, "What the fuck is this, dude?"
Just Strapping,
and he's like, "Strapping Young Lad." I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" He's like, "It's Devin Townsend's old band." I was like, "What?" But it's insane.
That's me if I grew my hair out.
Honestly.
No.
Is that Ted Nugent on the right? No. The Nuge.
The fucking Nuge, dude.
Ted Nugent forgot his hat.
The dude.
No, that's cool, man. I'm definitely stoked. That's wild to me, and I could talk for hours about it. Got stars in my eyes. Didn't know I'd have 2 rock stars living in my neighborhood. It is wild because that kid's reaction when I told him that, oh, that was the bass player from Spite.
Oh my God.
I saw him hit puberty. Like he fucking came, bro. And I'm just like, yeah, he lives around the corner from me. His dad's really funny.
Dude, your dad is really cool, dude.
I love it.
My dad rocks.
Me?
Does he still text you sometimes?
No, me.
He's been more disconnected from his phone again.
That's good.
Yeah, probably.
Probably a better thing.
There was a period where that motherfucker was sending me like Instagram reels more.
I get it all the time.
Like, dude, he fucking used
Sounds
to
like
send
my
me.
dad, dude.
Then he deleted Instagram as he went back to like his old ways. He's like, I don't want to be part of
I'm going back to Friendster.
Oh my God.
Going back to Kazaa. Did anybody of you guys ever fuck up a computer with Kazaa or
I fucked up.
I had LimeWire.
I fucked up. Yeah, I was gonna say I fucked up one of my. Well, collectively, me and my brother fucked up one of the family laptops with like downloading music.
I know your password to your computer. I know why.
I mean, I never did any of that on LimeWire. It was strictly music.
Okay.
I didn't need LimeWire.
I remember downloading Pineapple Express, and then after like a whole night's worth of like downloading, the next morning,
Pirate Bay,
dude, it was someone with a camera recorder in the actual movie theater.
yeah.
You could see people walking by. I'm like, oh my God, I just spent 12 hours downloading this fucking movie.
Oh my God. Okay, LimeWire's online. I'm Ben, by the way. I'm on. Okay. I want you to make my ass pregnant. 5.
Number 5, we go now.
Dude,
Secret
dude, looking
mode.
at porn when you're like 12 or 13 was just like naked girl boobs. Like you just type in like keywords.
Hold on. I'm going to have a millennial moment here. And the young kids will never know this problem. When I was a kid and I wanted to watch porn, I went in my stepdad's closet and found his old VHSs. And when you were done, you had to rewind it back to the same spot it was at.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they knew you fucking looked at it.
There was this one Jerry Springer episode of the mud wrestling scene. Do you know that? Were you there for that?
No,
Did we masturbate together?
No.
Ah, okay.
No, we were watching.
I thought we.
We were watching the unrated VHS one day in the middle of the day, and your dad comes in and he's like, "Turn that shit off," and took the fucking VHS out of the fucking player
And put it in his drawer. That's all old porn.
My dick wasn't out. Was yours?
Simpler times.
It was simpler times.
We were rock hard.
Everybody owned a Frisbee in their surf bag. You know, it was cool.
Can I play a song?
Yeah. What was that band? Dying Fetus? What was that?
Oh, dying fetus with the lights on.
Okay.
With the lights.
I'm writing down band names.
This band was submitted through Barbaric Brutality. They're the remember that?
Yeah, Primal Horde.
That's not the name of the band. It's just a record label. But the song, the band is called Open Casket, but spelled with a K. It's spelled with a K. And the song is called Cut Out. And this band is from Arkansas, I think, and they fucking roll.
You said Little Rock, right? You asked me where Little Rock was, so I just figured it was.
Yeah, that top one just came out. This is new.
Oh, it's
Have you listened to this?
yeah.
Fuck. This band fucking rules, dude.
So sound great with your sub.
Oh yeah.
Listen to that fucking snare, dude.
And in that little room, it's so dead in there. Everything sounds good. Guitars sound great.
Dude, the vocals are perfect for this.
This is gross. I love it. I love like they're bringing it.
Hold up.
It's like it's too fast for slam, but it's too slow for core.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. I love that. The offbeat snare.
Is it? Yeah.
So sick. Yeah, that drummer is fucking ripping, dude.
You just love his snare.
I love that snare sound. It's so fast, too. Is that Darius there?
Love it. When in doubt, gallop into the next part.
Oh, yeah.
That's like been my thing. Just gallop into the next part. Fight.
It's always appropriate.
Nobody's safe.
2004. Okay, that's. I've never sent an angrier email.
Yeah, dude.
I
Thank you
love
so much.
it.
Open
Holy
Casket.
shit, dude.
Dude, Barbaric Brutality, they're fucking bands right now. Are fucking
Another one, 33 views, dude.
dude, it just came out, man. Like
4 days ago.
over the Friday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Barbaric
Yeah.
Brutality.
Band's cool.
You're one of my top 10 things right now.
It sucks because I like when they reach out to me, the guy sent me, I think it was for this one, sent me the Dropbox stuff. And
Yeah, I
was just
saw.
like-
I saw you send a bunch of shit.
and I
Yeah.
was just like, well, like I want to wait till it's up, you know. It's like a weird. Now we're doing every 2 weeks, so it's kind of like trying to plan things out. But I didn't know when it was going to come out. But I listened. This is my process, right? Yesterday I opened up 7 messages because I knew that we were doing an episode today, so that I can be in the mood earlier today while I'm working to listen to a whole bunch of music and stuff like that. And I didn't want bands to get lost in the messages because every time we post something, the messages get dropped and everything. So I'm really glad I didn't miss that because that fucking rules.
We can go back
That's
to every
sick.
week.
We don't have to do that yet.
I can't do next week, but
No,
I'm
I mean,
just
as
saying,
far
like,
as releases,
posting, yeah.
you know.
is that the band that you said you had heat for? Is that the
I have one more,
Oh,
but
you
that
got better than that?
I have something for
You're
Drew.
You're making me nervous now.
I have something from Drew from Yetzer. Yeah.
No, this is the hardest part, though. You get me up, give me high hopes. You know.
I'm just saying. I'll wait till until we get there, but I'll give like a little speech that
We're at 2 hours, by the way.
That's fine. Like 25 minutes of that was
What's the
Ben
longest
eating a sandwich.
episode?
Kyle's was pretty
Kyle's.
long.
Kyle's.
It was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Not in.
Do you want to top Kyle?
I mean, hey, I'll go as long as you guys want to go. I'm chilling.
Dude, I don't
I
work.
didn't tell my wife this when I.
I don't. Well, normally we we try to do like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but like obviously this is different. We don't really. You're literally our third guest out of 69 nice episodes.
Nice.
And
in 2 years, yeah.
And how it's so wild when
Isn't it crazy? Like,
dude, when
it's
you
been 2
posted that
years.
picture, like, what's funny is you posted that picture of me like with I'm like this.
Dude,
And I'm staring at the computer. I'm so frustrated at that fucking picture.
dude, it's
Dude, I remember when we were all at fucking Dog and Bone, and you guys were like talking about an idea of like doing a podcast.
No, we hung out after we recorded the first episode because I remember
didn't we? Yeah.
what was that fucking band that we would make fun of that you're like, oh, they're actually pretty dope. Pint Glass. And that was one of the first because like we had no idea the first like maybe 20 episodes of what direction we were even doing with this whole thing. And I was just trying to find something completely different that was weird for Drew that I knew he would make fun of because it had a bunch of samples and like it was like a bunch of weird noises and stuff. So
there isn't a pint glass big enough for me to listen to your band. Sorry. I'll leave it in.
Dude,
Stand by it.
Pint Glass is sick, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I know Kyle likes them too. I don't
They're
know.
just another one
I don't
that's, like,
know.
They're just like it's another band that's like it's not taking itself seriously. Like the whole thing is just like
Just
funny and it's heavy and
pissed, yeah.
No, and I get that. But like, he asked me earlier, he goes, have you heard of Guttle Axe? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, we just put out. I don't hate fun, but I hate fun.
Oh, I'm the same way,
Oh,
dude.
God. I don't know. I'm a dickhead. I don't care.
Why you pull that up?
I just put it up there.
I know why. I'm asking.
You don't have to do anything about it. I just put it
No, we'll do it after the episode for bonus monsters.
I wish I could like tell you the video to pull up just because it's just there's this certain section of the video of that band playing that's so funny. I thought you were
talking about this one.
I think no. It's a fucking video of that Guttle Axe band. And it's just like a break between songs and the vocalist just calls the crowd sexy in his like German voice. And like it was
Okay, so they're German.
yeah.
I knew they were from Europe. I just didn't, I wasn't
like-
sure where.
They're German. At least I'm like 90% sure they're German.
Well, they like poop over there, so
Dude,
I'll cut that out.
like people show up to their shows with like toilet paper and shit. It's
Oh, I know.
it's fucking stupid.
Dude,
It's crazy.
They're like big though.
they're fucking massive.
They're big. I
Some
don't
of
get
I don't get the vocals, right? The music isn't all that bad.
frog. He sounds like a frog.
Music's good.
The music is pretty rad.
Yeah, the music's
I mean,
good.
it's like slamming death metal, but it's about poop.
It's really fast. Yeah.
He's covered in poop there.
Yeah, dude.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. I just looking at it.
Does that say 8 years ago or is that 3 years ago?
8 years ago.
I mean, they've been a band
They've been
for a long time.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody's
It's
got
just
septic
now
tanks.
now
so
TikTok's
they're-
the thing, and they've found their way onto TikTok, and
They
people
did
think it's funny.
Sucking cock of a Vietnam veteran is born.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. Oh my god, damn it!
11
What the
years
fuck?
ago.
That's
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that's
crazy.
nuts.
They,
Yeah,
they,
I didn't know that they've been a band for that long. Or
they're
been
a
thing
staple.
or
They're a
whatever.
staple of European culture.
They're gonna be at Fest next year.
Fuck the Magna Carta,
Dude, they
Guttle
they play like big ass like Euro festivals.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
They're when I first started seeing them on TikTok, it's just like, dude, they're obviously playing a massive festival.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
and the people.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just like,
I mean, Europeans have always liked like very obscure music,
Yeah.
like very obscure music.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of bands that they would come over here and like wouldn't sell tickets for shit, but then they play in Europe and they're like God over there.
Well, they have legal drugs over there. We're getting there.
That's another thing is
We're getting
Europeans love
Drugs?
rave. Well, yeah, rave culture. Like there's so many shows I've played in Europe where like right after they have like a disco loadout where it's just like right after you play, there's like this fucking like rave that's downstairs in a basement.
That's
You have to get-
actually a very.
That's pretty cool.
That's actually
It's
a
kind
pretty-
of crazy.
No, but that's actually a pretty cool, like statement because here in the States, we have our metal culture, we have our EDM culture, but they don't intertwine
No.
until Knock Loose.
playing fucking.
Well, until the Browning kind of like
No.
did those too, you know.
Don't get me wrong. Like I understand. Like even with like
like Knock Loose playing Coachella was like actually like a historic moment.
well, that's what I mean. It's like so over there they're at a death metal fest, but then when it's over, they're all going to the nightclub listening to fucking jabber music.
But I mean, also like if you
serious.
listen to any of those like house / like dubstep artists, like all that shit is like very rooted in like metal.
Interesting.
It is
Like if you listen to like all that shit is breakdowns.
yeah.
Like it's all build-ups and then it's a breakdown. It's heavy. Like people.
No, but what I'm saying is
I never looked at it like that.
No, but here
Skrillex brought that too. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Well, his original band. Well, no, perfect example. But like but it's crazy because like here they're two very separate entities.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, there are bands that have electronic samples, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like I would never go see. I'm not gonna go see Barry Truth at the spot and then be like, "Oh, you guys going to the rave?" Like, I'm not doing that.
No,
I don't want to do that.
that's
different
what it is.
culture,
And you're
yeah.
like, dude, there's like I remember the very first time I went to Europe, and it was the first show, and we played the show, and we had to get out of the we had to load out of the venue like very fast, and literally as we're loading out, there's a line for the rave that was like the venue was upstairs, and then you walk down like 2 flights of stairs, and it's just this big basement. There's just some dude with a fucking DJ set up and just blasting shit, and there's just hella kids down there just fucking going ham.
So with that, like, not talking about that, but like, did you have to carry gear 2 flights of stairs, or is there like an elevator in this venue? Like,
So most European venues have like multiple levels that I found out very quickly, and I won't talk shit, but a lot of them I hate. Like, dude,
What was the worst one?
they love stairs over there, dude. Like, I mean, they do. They do, bro. Like, for instance, we played in this fucking venue somewhere in like, it was like in Zurich or something, dude. I think it was Zurich, Switzerland.
That's what the diamonds are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, I shit you not. Like to get to our green room, it was like, it felt like 4 or 5 like levels of stairs.
Well, it's older over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been a society for a lot longer.
They also preserve all their structuring, like all their building. Well, most of it has all been there for God knows how long.
Yeah,
which is awesome. Like,
yeah, they don't have fire codes.
Like, no one has AC either. Which
no way.
sucks.
Oh god. Well, they don't live here.
no, there's got to be easier ways to get to these places, though. Because I mean, like some acts, like
well, a lot
if
of
Motley
them,
Crue played, Mick Mars isn't going through like 5
No,
levels of.
but I mean,
He's got somebody carrying it.
we're also not playing like stadiums. Like if you're that big, like you're only playing like giant theaters. and
Yeah.
things. Like, granted, every venue that we played that had a lot of stairs, like most of them would have a lift that you get all the gear on, and you have to go up and down with the lift, like until you get like shit in.
That's yeah.
But like a lot of those lifts are like I shit you not, there was one venue that had a lift that was like maybe as wide as this table.
Just someone down there cranking it.
I mean, they're usually like a high.
Faster! Move it! He must tune his bass.
Sometimes it takes like usually you're supposed to get loaded in like 20-ish minutes, but like some of these venues it would take so long just because you can only put like 2 pieces
We'll get
of
with
gear.
the 20th century then. Get rid of your stairs.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever like abused a writer request as far as like I want like a venue or whatever is like what do you want and you're like all right let me.
I mean I haven't done anything like that outlandish.
Yeah. Like Blue Skittles or something.
I have asked just for like specific flavors of things a couple times. And they bring it most of the time, but like a lot of times you'll ask for like a specific flavor of something and then they like can't find that. So they just bring you like whatever else was there.
Gotcha.
But like, again, like I haven't, like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like
right? Yeah.
I feel like asking for too specific things is just kind of like, all right, you're kind of an ass. Unless you're like fucking Taylor Swift or something.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you earlier about your rider. Do you guys like have anything specific that you guys?
That's written in like hard.
We keep it pretty basic. I mean, usually it's like a bottle of tequila, coconut water, a sports drink of some kind, and then just like some snack food. And some banana. We always have bananas. Bananas are a must.
Really?
Bananas and coconut water.
So what's the deal with bananas?
Just like
So like a good luck thing?
Show and
Potassium?
you're like potassium, and they're just good for you. Like when you're exerting yourself every day like that, they replenish a lot of things you lose.
I didn't think about it.
And coconut water too. Coconut water is better than any sports drink you can have.
Well, see, I would love for your answer to be you're in the middle of Zurich and you're like, what do you want on your tour? I was like, I want a Megarita burrito from Tijuana Flats.
Fly it over right now.
I want some flautas and I want the Taco Tuesday.
I'll tell you one thing. Don't fucking get Mexican food in Europe. It's trash.
You know what? If there's never been a statement that I've wanted to write down more.
Well, like, you think about, like, in the States, like, we have so many cultures here. And like you don't even think twice about ordering all these. Like,
well, the cultures that actually make the food. Yeah, I don't mean that in a negative way, but like we have Florida. We have a lot of Hispanics that are here, and like
there's a lot of Mexican culture here.
Yeah, yeah.
But like in Europe, it's mostly like. Actually, as a whole, I would just say don't
eat there.
Don't eat any kind of like imitation of another culture's cuisine over there.
Do you want a Norwegian?
It's usually trash.
I'm gonna give my wife the old Norwegian burrito later.
Like, no shade to the Europeans, but
no, but it makes sense though.
Yeah,
but I bet you the like the Middle Eastern food and the Indian food is probably banging,
dude. Like fucking like shawarma, like is like the big, like any place in fucking Europe you go to, there's gonna be a shawarma shop around the corner. And that shit
it's probably banging.
Dude, you and Kyle were posting some
fire.
It's like some really sick photos of food.
It's like a nice shawarma wrap, dude. Like some fucking lamb and beef.
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that with the tzatziki sauce.
Yeah. They don't call it that over there, but I forgot what they call it. But usually something.
What do they call it?
Always something I couldn't read. Because like a lot like those places,
they put consonants next to the vowels. I don't know.
Dude, a lot of those places, like for instance, we played in, where was it?
Ben, thank you for answering the phone.
You're welcome.
We probably should get off the topic.
Goodalax.
No. I don't know which one I want to do. I'll do this one. So this band's called Incense. They're from Norway, since we're talking about Europe. The song is called Spawn of the Wretched. Ooh. Yeah, it's right there. And it's, again,
okay, by that photo, Ben, what do you think that is? Like, what do you think this is going to sound like?
Shawarma.
What's it called? Incense?
Shawarma.
Incense, yeah.
Like the...
It's not... Yeah, it's about the same.
What's this band called again?
Incense.
Is this called Dawn of the Wicked?
That's the name of the song.
Spawn of the Wicked.
Like a doomy metal band or like black metal or some shit. That's what the vibe is right here, dude.
I know it, but it's actually it's
doomy would be like my first guess, like a very doomy metal.
It fits within the realm of the other bands I've been playing, kind of like a darker kind of like it's on the edge of like hardcore
like
metal,
the underlining tone.
Yeah, but it's just I just really enjoy.
Where is this band based out of?
Oslo, so Norway.
Oh,
so Europe. So yeah, that's why
I was just there. That was a cool place. I loved it there.
Yeah. Did they play?
No.
Oh, then you weren't there.
I wasn't.
The intro gave me like a Soulfly vibe. Like
this is almost like new metal-y sounding.
Had a lot of
it had
a lot of pull off, so I got excited about it.
It's very, very like late 90s, early 2000s metal, like new metal.
Justin was right. Lamb of God too. Yeah.
Very Lamb of God.
I'm waiting for the vocals.
Almost Meshuggah.
This guy's vocals remind me of something I can't pinpoint.
What is
It's
it?
reminding me of something really hard right now. I can't pinpoint it though.
It's almost like a Meshuggah vibe, kind of.
The fucking whatever time signatures this is written in is like very
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
fuck if I know.
It's wild.
The vocals are very like old new metal.
But it's all working.
Yeah.
It's just, this kind of reminds me of like Meshuggah when they came out like, in the late 90s.
Oh, shit.
See, this artwork just screams like doomy metal or like black metal.
I got a punk vibe from it, honestly.
Really?
I could see
You
that.
know, heavy threshold, you know,
I could
image,
see that,
you know, kind of thing. Dude, that's heavy. I love this dude.
That's heavy.
This song was on repeat when I was going to and from work the other day. I just love that, like, but it doesn't.
This
The beat doesn't.
feels very Meshuggah right now.
But the beat doesn't give it to you. I love that.
Yeah.
It's just like hang.
What the fuck?
Also, that bass tone is from hell.
That's wild. This new?
Yeah, it's brand new. So you can kind of see like the road I've been on lately, just like a kind of a straight beat.
Yeah, that was.
But some of those parts, how they came out and went into the next one, you got to be counting
Yeah.
because it's
I
but
bet
it's
you they're
fun.
tight live.
Dude, I
gotta be-
You
so
have to
tight.
be, dude. You cannot be the downbeats, even if it was something as simple as 4/4. The downbeats of what the drummer's doing, like there's no.
They're all
way.
playing with the click in their ear, dude. There's no way. I feel like
They have to be.
I feel like you have to be.
dude, like
I would. I have to watch
I know
the
we-
file.
I know we kind of touched on this last time I was with you guys when we were going to that show, but I never really like listened to Meshuggah like growing up, which is kind of surprising.
we listened to him on the drive, didn't we?
Yeah. But after I saw them last year for the first time, I was like, I that was the first time I saw a band like in a long time where I was just so blown away by like everything that was going on. Like just down to every fine detail. Like that band is just like, I don't know how people can actually play music like that in a live setting, let alone as good as they do.
They've been doing it for over 30 years,
I know.
which is insane. I watched.
Are they
I wa-
still all original or no?
If not, it's most of them are.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been mostly original.
Yeah.
Maybe a guitar bassist here or there. I'd have to look.
To
but-
my knowledge, they're all either original or the people that are in the band have just been in it for the majority of the existence.
I saw a video the other day of Meshuggah live in '97, and dude, they were already. This is their. I call it their faster era because they played a lot like that song "War." Justin, play the intro to "War."
Actually, this Justin pulled something up that's actually interesting.
The bass player I think is the only non-original.
Just click on the Wikipedia, Justin, and I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go down most Wikipedia pages, they'll have a timeline of all the members. Scroll down. I don't know if you guys no. Yeah, there you go. See, I love Wikipedia for doing this, by the way.
Drew just
Oh,
like
yeah, like-
graphs, dude.
Well,
Like it
it's a
shows-
visual representation of everybody that's been in the band.
Yeah.
So it looks like the drums have been original since late or early 90s, late 80s. Damn, they've been a band for that fucking long.
Yeah.
really
That's
cool.
crazy. So like when they first got their start, they were super fast.
Yeah.
But then when dude, Ozden, when that came out, that shit was awesome.
Dude, even that record they put out in like 2016, what was that fucking record? It has like Born in Dissonance and everything on it.
Yes, yeah.
That's a good fucking record.
Yeah.
Like, usually bands that have been around that long.
It's like Gent if you're tired. I mean, I'm just trying to be real.
No, I know. Like, it's like not music I would just sit down and listen to every day, but like, I've listened to it a couple times. I'm like, damn, like it's impressive to hear a band that's been around that long that can still like deliver like that.
Yeah, they do the timing that they're an incredible band. But back to the other band. So some of the break parts like definitely gave me kind of like the little obscure patterning kind of deal to it. But I also like that just the damn
Yeah.
just like that fucking just same thing with a lot of the other bands I've been playing. But yeah. Incense, you're good.
I feel like for like a band like that, like the writing process, you get all the tracks done, and like I feel like it would be so hard for the vocalist to try to write something that would still flow with it being so choppy the way it is with the drums and everything, and it be cohesive. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that'd be not obviously harder than writing it, but like I feel like that'd be like another challenging.
I mean, a lot of bands like that, the vocals kind of are like an afterthought.
Right. So that's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's like the last thing to where like you want it to like still like eccentric, like the whole weird music timing and everything that's going on, but not take away at the same time by doing something else flashier. So like, I feel like that'd be a really challenging thing.
Or counterpoint could make it easier.
Could make it easier
because it's best of both, right? So like, there's been plenty of times where you write down some lyrics, but you have to like cut syllables. Find another word that might fit the part better,
or just the way that you deliver it. But
right.
Whatever,
so something a little bit more complex, maybe it'll allow for more syllables per phrase.
You can kind of,
you know what I mean, kind of thing. I don't know,
fit more. Right?
I think it's always gonna be complicated because vocals to me is like if you don't put them just right, I'm gonna judge you.
I mean,
well, if you put on the snare hit, it's gonna be fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Music like that is definitely, I feel like, an extra challenge to write vocal parts that like complement the music.
Yeah,
like,
but you're right. I think you're right though. I think it's not an afterthought, but
that sounds more like a diss. Like I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know, but
like it is like a lot of bands like that. They're very like instrument forward.
Yes, it's definitely time before word.
Yes,
kind of thing. So that I definitely get that idea.
Time before word. I like that.
Yeah. That was rad.
Before I get into, this could be my last band. I'm just letting you know. Whether you've had more music or whatever.
I have two more.
Well, I have a whole I have 20 more. But what I want to play tonight, this is Stick on My Realm. This is the last song that I want to play.
All right. Well,
I just didn't know if you're ready for it yet. You can still play another song afterwards. I'm just saying.
Well, do you want me to undercut and play one more, and then you play one more, just so we keep it even as far as like the amount of songs? I don't care.
Whatever you want to do. My song doesn't have to be the last of the night.
Well, not Justin's is, but
or before yours. I could do it before yours. Or I can play another song. You can play a song. I can play a song.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Hey, guy that's in a band professionally, you have any music? No, didn't care. I can't wait to use you in the title.
Ben, it's just like what I said.
If this was a little less last minute, I totally would have like.
Dude, this was literally so.
I would have totally
literally called RJ.
Picked out a few.
That's okay. I literally called RJ on the way to your house. I was like, "Do we have the other camera? Like, do we still have it? Because this wasn't here." Like,
yeah.
But
I'm glad you did.
I'm just glad we're hanging out.
It's the same thing I said on the break when we stopped recording. This is our show, Ben. You get your time.
Yeah, I'm
just
fucking Europe.
So
we actually don't even want
with your fucking German burritos.
So the song I'll play before my last song, we actually had done this band before, but they just released new music and it's fucking dope. But this band is called Nowhere Safe. We played them before.
Oh yeah.
And the song is called So What. We played them about like 10-ish episodes ago. But
That sounds really familiar. What's the story with Grave Heist?
we'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I remember this logo.
This fucking drop is so
This
sick.
band is fucking rad.
This
dude.
band
This
is-
is Cali band too. I don't know. I feel like it's probably from the same like area, but maybe not.
Bay?
I think it's Bay Area.
It says Georgia.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they're from California.
Wait,
Are you thinking of another band
Probably.
close to the name?
unless they moved.
No, so they reached out to us. He's like, hey, so 2 times? I'm like, we don't really do that all that much, but the song is dope and it's been a little bit. So
This band is awesome.
this band is rad. So go ahead and Justin, go. Come on.
If you would have guessed on the other logo, you would have been right.
Okay. Oh fuck yeah! I love this. This reminds me of like remember that band Rhythm of Fear?
Oh yeah.
Shout out, Jay. They're playing at the Abersoon.
Yeah.
Really?
I can't
They're
go.
still a band?
This Friday.
I didn't know they were still a band.
We're playing this Friday.
Man, it was badass. Like metallic hardcore, like it's like also very power trippy.
Yep. This is so Drew.
It really is.
Yeah, I fuck with this. This is sick.
I love the thrash crossover shit going on too.
That's very power trip, dude. That part is so power trip. I love it.
Pump the fucking brakes, Drew. This is
That's when I break Ben's computer. Just work.
I just love that dry guitar tone, dude. Such a heavy
Band's
breakdown.
got fucking riffs, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That was badass. That might have been my favorite one of the night.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
You heard it here first. Hey, Rusty, you suck.
You didn't get the
I
spice
love
from-
fucking with you, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
No, that band's rad. You did bring up Rhythm
Again,
of Fear.
70 views, dude. 70.
Well, take it with a grain of salt. It's
Wait,
72.
oh, this is like
That's a fake.
this is an actually from.
auto-generated.
Okay, I was gonna say, damn,
Auto-generated,
dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, no,
YouTube
that's
is-
how many views this one video
this
has got.
particular video has.
Yeah, I know.
But that's from their
It's from,
YouTube.
that's a topic.
No, it's a topic.
It's not.
If it
that's
says
not
topic-
Band has 106 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Well, they
Still,
need,
dude,
They need
fuck.
more. They
Yeah.
need more. But yeah, you
There.
brought
That's a
up
badass band.
you brought up Rhythm of Fear. I know Jay. He's an awesome dude. They're playing on Friday.
Playing Friday.
At where again?
The Abra
Abra.
in Melbourne.
Oh,
Right
fuck.
next- right next to Trads.
I wish I could go.
I was gonna say we should go to that.
Oh,
Are you?
you guys can go. I have to work.
What are you doing on Friday?
As of right now, I might be hanging out with you. But
I haven't seen Rhythm of Fear since I was like fucking.
I think it's $20 at the door.
That's fair.
It's gonna sell out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Who is it? Is it? Are they?
It's a bunch of. It's
There's
a bunch
four.
Of other
There's
bands,
four
yeah.
on the bill. Yeah.
Are they headlining? I'm assuming.
No, I don't.
There's
think so.
there's another.
I think they're support, but
Okay.
it's it's
I would just love to see them again. It's been so many years since I've seen that band.
They really are rad. The last time
Yeah.
I saw them, I played with them at the Boondocks. We talked about that earlier. That's the last time
I've seen them there. That's like mostly where I would see either there or also I've played a handful of shows with them like in like the Tampa area. Also, I played a show.
They're from
with them-
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I've played a show with them in Jacksonville. It's like Dark Sermon like years ago.
Dark Sermon.
Antagonizer, Rhythm of Fear, Heaven's Gate. That's the other big one.
Heaven's Gate, I've heard of that.
And,
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Intoxicated.
Nikes. Just do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a red one. Yeah,
Yeah, if you want to hit that up, I'm down.
yeah. That was awful.
That felt so good though.
We're out of piss, and Ben's got a Baj, dude.
There's 73 grams of sugar in this bottle.
No way.
Now I don't want to drink it.
Wait, how many servings per bottle? One.
There's 4 bottles in there, dude.
One bottle.
You're diabetic.
70. That's so much sugar.
No way.
What's the percent of daily in that thing?
It should say 0. If we had a real health administration, it would be 0.
It says 147%.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's over 100.
that's the interest rate for old
How is
fucking
it
Ukraine?
How is this legal? Oh man.
Justin, you seen those memes?
No, but I will.
For showing them,
I
like,
used
all
to drink
scared
like
that-
3 of these in a day when I was a kid.
Oh wait, before you start, can we have Ben read off our talking point for lamb goat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So just wing it what you think I wrote on the notes and look into the camera and yeah. If anyone's going to get you to sign up, it's going to be from
Wait.
So
Yeah.
we have a thing with Lamb Goat.
Okay.
No
Where
pressure.
if you subscribe using our code, typical.
How do I do this?
Just read it.
just read it.
It just says, what's the first thing?
No ads.
Well, no, there's something before that.
This is definitely the new ad.
That actually says lamb goat.
No, I promise. I promise I'm not reading anything. No ads. Half of these things I can't read.
All right, so real fast. If they use the code HMHD, they get no ads, they get dark mode and comment embeds, and then there's 20% off or $4 a month.
That's too much. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to cut that one out.
We'll use AI. It's fine.
You're gonna have to cut, I'll barely be able to get through a sentence.
Just fucking subscribe.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Go on to lambgo.com and use our code HMHD to get no ads, dark mode, and comment embeds. That's 20% off, which is $4 a month to $40 a year. Ben saying that you should do it. So, and he's in a band. So
That's right.
Ben says he's going to buy
I
you.
couldn't get through a full sentence without stopping.
To be fair,
But yes,
I
please.
do. I don't know if you like see me right, but I full grip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just,
You have like handwriting like my dad's.
it's
It's
awful,
like not
dude.
bad, but like
Dude, I will
read
write
it.
some of these bands and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, yeah.
My dad writes with his left hand, and I don't know why because it's awful. like when I was growing up, he would like write shit down like notes for me before you go to work, and he'd like want me to like read it, and like every day he's like, "Did you read my note?" I'm like,
I looked at it.
I tried. I fucking tried.
We at work we have to keep a physical logbook, so like we log what we do at what time. And it's funny because I have horrible handwriting, and my dad's a physician, and I don't even know what he wrote a prescription for. It's nothing because it looks a line. But it's funny because you can see how different people, you know. So like the older guys at work, it looks like a goddamn Civil War letter, like perfect cursive,
Like beautiful cursive,
almost like
right?
they had a T square as they were like
Yeah.
spelling it out. Like it's perfect. Then when I get in there, it's like it looks like shit.
That's like my mom, dude. She has like the most insanely good hair.
My mom does too.
Yeah, that's a women thing, right? I mean,
I think they're born that way.
because even the girls at work, like they have like way better.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things women take.
Although, and I know she's listening. One of my coworkers writes from the bottom up.
That's ridiculous.
It's weird, right?
That's
psychopath.
You're I told you you're fucking weird.
that's some serial killer behavior.
She's thinking about it too much. You know what I'm saying? Just write it down. You're thinking about it too much.
That's literally like dude, fucking Japanese. A lot of Japanese writers like anime shit. They
Picnic
write
table.
it backwards.
yeah.
What?
You read it from the back. Not quite like that, but like when you read like
A
a
panel.
Japanese anime or something, it's like
manga.
You read it backwards. Like you
Manga
start
thing.
it from
You start from the
opposite
back.
side.
You can't have a Demango. Chris Kattan. You guys remember that? Yeah.
I had a customer give me mangoes today.
Really?
Still hurt my eyes. So I don't-
Do you really?
no, I don't.
So what in the fucking live journal are you doing over there?
Can we turn off his microphone?
All I have to do is lean back.
Aim back.
I still hurt my
Justin,
hear me.
Justin, did you see you in the aquarium?
The aquarium? I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I haven't posted that clip yet. Oh, I guess he's not hasn't watched the episode.
okay. So I'll play one more.
Yeah, let's get
okay. Shit. I'm gonna toss up a coin. Alabama or Brazil? I'll let you pick.
Yeah,
Alabama or Brazil.
I'm gonna have to say Brazil.
Okay, we're going with Brazil. So this band is called Institution, and the song is Asymmetria. This is rad.
Okay, real fast.
Yep.
Now we're playing this game. The visuals. What the band's called? What Institution?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that is? What do you think the
This
sound
looks
is?
like something that would sound like the Contortionist. Or something.
Periphery.
Wow, you're all wrong. It is amazing how wrong you are.
I figured I'd be very wrong.
Is it crazy vegan melodic?
It's actually, this is probably the closest song to like a traditional hardcore I think we've had all night.
Okay.
Unless I'm misremembering, and then you might be right.
It just comes out.
It's weird hearing this from Brazil, right?
Huh?
It's weird hearing this from Brazil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do like the album artwork though.
That's cool.
Super sick.
But it is, like you said, I can totally see a contortionist vibe.
It gives me like BT Bam Contortionist vibe.
You were definitely in a bubble tonight.
Yeah, so I was wrong about the traditional vibe.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Like an old metalcore vibe.
Yeah. Mid 2000s, like
Yeah.
like when Norma Jean was super heavy, you know, big around, you know, Scarlet, you know.
Oh, that bass.
Some of the vocals they sound like almost purposely blown out. Kind of like you remember Elijah?
Yeah.
Like it kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
It is crazy because the gain on the guitars are so low.
Yeah.
But it's fucking heavy though.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying about the vocals almost being like sunk in a little bit. Like it's almost like out here.
The vocals are definitely sunk in the middle
Yeah.
for sure. God bless you. But I hear what you're saying about the vocals. Like it's almost like they're on that. They've been pushed to
They're
that.
almost peaking.
I love it though.
Yeah.
It's
sounds
awesome.
sick.
I think that's appropriate for what they were doing.
It definitely is. 'Cause that's literally like if you listen to like those old Elijah songs, like his vocals are so blown out sounding, but it sounds so
so sick.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I miss that band.
They gave that old EP like a facelift and put it on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that shit's on Spotify.
You know what? You're right. 'Cause I did remember reading something about that recently.
Yeah.
Like how they remastered it or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably read it
Also,
on
the singer that I was talking about, that Gulch band earlier.
Yeah.
They did a show somewhere in the Bay Area. I don't know where it was, but it looked like it was like under a bridge or some shit.
Dude, there's
Red Hot
so
Chili
many
Peppers.
of those.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
It was, but there was like a good 2,000 people there,
Crazy.
and they brought out Zach, the singer of Elijah, and they did an Elijah cover, and he sang it with them, and it
Which
was
is-
fucking sick.
That's
okay.
wild. That's so cool.
So here's a wild question. How old? I
Are
guess
members of Elijah?
well, they're
Gotta be in their late 40s, right?
I
no,
would say probably 30s.
they're probably. I would say they're our age. Maybe,
Really?
Maybe a little older.
It's so weird how you look at other people.
I would guess
you know,
like mid 30s, probably, because
No,
like they
dude,
were kids.
I'm
when that
36, bro.
shit- Yeah.
I'm older than them. Or I was.
You think so?
No,
no
I would have been
way.
older than them. No, I think they're probably in their 40s.
You think they were in
Really?
high,
Okay.
you think they were in high school?
They were when Elijah was
When they were, like,
popular. I was like
Triumph and shit.
16, 17, 18. So they were probably 18, 19.
Fair.
So
yeah.
they gotta be
Probably
close.
40 or pushing 40.
Yeah, you know, they all got a jam set up in their living room like I do. You know?
Yeah,
No
dude.
big deal. You want to hear my Persona's 3.5-inch speakers? I've got a sub like Rockstar over here.
their first album
You
came out in
gotta get it- you gotta
2009
get one, dude.
Okay, so I graduated in 06. So it might be the same age.
or a little bit older.
I mean, that shit
That's when
came out
I Am
about-
Divided, the Become album came out. It was 2009. At least that's what it says on what's left of MySpace. Oh, MySpace.
Pieces.
You can still go on that website?
It doesn't do anything.
No. Remember they tried to bring it back that one time, like some years
Didn't
ago.
like 50
It
Cent or
did
something
not-
like that bought
did
it
not
or
hit.
something, and then like
He bought vitamin water.
Oh, it's MySpace.
Yeah. So like the problem is that like,
oh, Dolly Parton's on MySpace.
oh good, here's everybody that's dead. Not Dolly Parton.
Ozzy's still alive, dude.
Oh, look, it's
Dude,
That dude is us.
if there's one thing I can say is every year a musician or a celebrity dies, and me and my dad have this ongoing joke, and he'll text me and he'll say, I still can't believe Ozzy's still up, man.
Dude, honestly, like straight up.
Dude,
he's like
He's outlived so many people that he absolutely should not have.
dude, I don't get it. But fucking, yeah, he's got money, so.
all right. I'm really excited about my last
All right,
band.
let's go.
So this is a Yes or Hera band. They messaged us and he said there's a very Seven Angels Misery Signals vibe.
I'll be the judge of that.
I know you will.
I was gonna say,
I know.
I hate it when people tell me that. Only because, not you, I'm just saying, but like, so it's like, oh, Foreign Hands. It's like,
This band's called.
Foreign Hands are awesome,
It is
but it's
awesome.
not it.
And I hope he
think
didn't.
anyone's
hope he
necessarily.
didn't.
I'm so, when it comes to that, there's those 4 bands, you tell me you sound like them.
This band's called Plagued by God.
That's my life.
And
Also the worst porno.
and the song's called An Everlasting Thought. This is Played by God. They're off to a good start.
Definitely has that late 90s, early 2000s metalcore kind of sound.
Yeah.
Everything sounds so raw, but like in a good way, you know?
Well, they already won. I got chills, so it's fine. I would. Oh, I hear them talking. It's almost like I definitely hear the idea, but I would probably say more of like a strong arm. I'm gonna delete to all your merch. I love this. And they already won. I got chills.
Like that's your chords right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, and his voice is so demanding. Like
It is rad. We were just talking about this though, with the recording quality. It's like they went out of their way. So this, yeah. So, I'm in a nostalgia hole now. Sky
The
King.
drums are definitely very DIY live drums.
But it's cool because it almost like fits.
Hold on.
It definitely fits.
Dude, that's middle school. You know what I mean?
I was gonna make a point on that. I love this. This is awesome.
The song came out last week. We got a 2-song EP on this drop. So sick.
Well, you won. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this later.
Listen to all their other stuff too. They're dope. Yeah, dude. Play by God.
I love that.
Yatsuhara, dude.
ending.
Thank you so much.
Fuck it.
Where's that band from?
I think they're from Seattle.
Okay.
So I definitely hear the Seven Angels influence for sure.
Yeah.
Because their first album, Silent Death, Cry of the Lives, was like, well, I don't know if that was the album, but the song that I'm thinking of is that. But I hear more of like a, so in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, there was like a stint where a lot of like more indie bands were kind of like branching off into the heavier stuff. So that's like you hear like that. I call it it's almost like a 90s kind of. So the vocals in that when he was singing, it's kind of like just a precursor to what the heavy vocals.
You're talking about like the chorus part?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's rad, but I hear Sky Came Falling, 4-Letter Lie,
Okay.
like that. So in the late 90s, early 2000s, like hardcore was like, hardcore was always a thing, but it being like what we know it as, like before Opposite of December came out, before, Shai Hulud was really killing
Was
it.
it Second Story too?
From a Second Story Window?
Yeah.
That was later.
Yeah.
But they were definitely breakdown heavy for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely hear where they're coming from, and they did nail it because I would put this. Okay, I hear the early Seven Angels, Strong Arm,
I hear Strong Arm now. as you say it.
Sleeping by the Riverside.
Yeah.
Another great Florida band. Members of that one went to join and go do Under Oath, by the way.
Yep.
Sleeping by the Riverside is awesome. But you won. I like that. I'm gonna go cry later and listen to all of it.
Well, it gave me validation because Kyle Shepard was riding with me today, and so I was listening to all my music today. I'm like, hey, what's weed out? What's good and what's not good? And
Wait, Kyle Shepard works with you?
yeah,
Oh, sick.
yeah, and so
He cuts hair at people's toilets. Sorry, I had to make the joke.
flush down the hair. I want to make Drew.
You're killing me. You're
Puke tonight.
No, but you're usually not fucking with me this much. I love it.
Yeah. And so
Right here, brother.
during my day, Yetzer, they reached out to us, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw this. This just dropped." And I was like, "Okay." And then you're right. We always get those to like, "Oh, this sounds like this," or but it doesn't, And Kyle's like, Drew would love this. He was like, yeah, this is in that same realm. Absolutely. And we listened to it. I liked both those songs. Really hard to figure out which one I wanted to play tonight, but that EP drop is dope. And listen to the other stuff, obviously.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna feel like I'm like 9 or 10 again. So no, I definitely see where they're going from, and I don't think they were inaccurate with this. Mystery Signals is a stretch.
Mystery Signals is always a stretch, I feel like, because especially with you. Like,
It's hard, dude. Well, it's only because it's the band that I know the most about.
yeah.
So it's obviously like if you collect, baseball cards or you collect anything, you're gonna know something about something,
Yeah.
And it's one of those bands. I think I said it to you earlier, and it's like, of course, I brought up Mystery Signals talking to another musician. Weird, but there's just some bands that haven't been touched with like their way that they do something, and it's true in every genre.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, so whenever something says Mystery Signals, like, you better.
This is actually
Like I can see the resemblance, but still no.
Of course, no.
Yeah.
Seven Angels, 100%.
it would fit in the same time period, like on the same.
Yeah, for sure. Justin, just type in Sleeping by the Riverside and play whatever song comes up first. We don't have to play the whole song. I just want to play like a little bit of an intro for it.
What was it?
Sleeping by the Riverside.
He's not even listening, dude. Like,
So you can push pause, you can stop it. But it's like when that arrow is really finding out that groove.
I love the drums in that time. You know, like
That's so good, dude.
Like they sound like bad, but it's cool.
it's so sick.
But I think, but what we were talking about earlier about recording quality, and we talked about all this shit. It's like almost hard to have a bad recording.
Yeah.
So like that band, I don't know if that's just what they had on hand, but like I feel like you had to go out of your way to do that, which is fine.
It
makes it more nostalgic to me.
I could be wrong, but it sounded like that band went the very DIY route of trying to actually live track
All at
every
one.
instrument.
like a live recording.
Not using like
a full
they
band?
they definitely weren't using program drums. It sounded like the guitars were probably actually mic'd a cab, which like if you don't know your way around that, like you're gonna get something like that.
Yeah.
So they might have not used like plugins and fucking stuff like that.
There is an interesting thing that I've been seeing in the scene lately, and I think a lot of people, and I don't know if this is true, but this is just my personal opinion, and I'm going to say it, and if it causes problems on the internet, then it just gets us more views. I don't care. So I hear that, like the band we just played, awesome. Like, dude, it reminded me so much of like the songs that I listened to that inspired me. But the difference is now we have so much technology, but now the trend is so, I don't know if you remember this, but at that Edict show with Spit Truth in Daytona, there were kids there with like refurbished VHS camcorders.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
Okay. So I think there's this whole nostalgia thing coming back
There is.
of people that didn't live it.
Like the analog move, you know.
For sure, and that's okay. But then the Jinkos come with it, and it was weird. But
Oh, dude.
See, that got still a Jinko, I see.
I know, dude. What the fuck? It's like, oh, is it a Super Nintendo in your pocket, or you just can't afford the rent? So you know. But the thing I don't understand about it is, I understand like wanting to be that aesthetic, but it's like I can't wrap my head around it. If I have the ability to record something cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I like raw. I mean, I don't like...
But you want the best version of whatever you can produce.
For sure.
That's like you in a nutshell.
So that's the weird thing that I can't wrap my head around is like, don't get me wrong. Like, back in the day, all these bands that I love, Poison the Well, Sleeping by the Rivers, all these, you know, melodic bands that I love, like, dude, if they had a quad cortex, they probably would have used the quad cortex, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I mean, currently...
Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you didn't really have options for sound.
No.
Now you do. So that's a weird world that I don't understand.
They're choosing to regress.
That's my point. Thank you.
I mean,
Which I think is cool.
I think
It is cool.
we are kind of in an era where like
It's okay to
the
do that.
80s and 90s nostalgia is like becoming a part of like current culture again, which in certain aspects I think it's cool. Like, I mean, for instance, I mean, we've had this girl taking photos for us on tour for a little while now. She's awesome. Her name's Olivia. But this last tour, she brought out an old camcorder and made a bunch of like
It is cool.
weekly update videos and
Like
stuff
vlog
with
series?
it. Like, and it looked badass. It looks kind of scary and gross, and it looks cool.
It's awesome though.
It's yeah.
But I guess when I view it or when we view it, like I just see, oh, that's what it looked like when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know. So like who's the nostalgia for? That's my question.
I don't know.
And I'm not trying to negate anybody or anything.
No,
like that.
no.
But it's a real question to me because I'm just like, well, because the argument, not an argument, but the statement was, and I remember RJ got turned around. RJ's like, I still want a potato recording, bro. I don't want that. I like the high quality. And I kind of did a 182 because like I like hearing.
It's funny, yeah.
Yeah, I like hearing awesome because the band's gonna be good no matter what. Like this band was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They were awesome no matter what. Whether it was a high quality or low recording, it's fucking awesome. I just don't understand like that chasing.
I
don't know.
like almost hearing the stick.
Like you
hit
have all the
cymbal.
tools at easy access, but you choose not to use them essentially.
Yeah, and I agree with that because I mean there's still parts of me that are like, yeah, even though I have a Helix and all this shit, like, you know, whatever. Thank you. I'll give you money one day.
I'm not sure.
I love you, buddy. But like if I was gonna record an album,
Yeah.
I want that 5150 with
Well,
that
yeah.
fucking Mesa rec cam.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Only because I know that's just going to make me hear a sound that I'm familiar with. And I understand that. But these kids are like 17, 18 years old, 19 years old. What sound? Like, bro,
What influenced you?
Pro Tools was like
Yeah.
not a thing when you were born.
But also, like there are some of these kids like that grow up instead of listening to all the current shit. A lot of them do grow up just finding all those classic bands, and that's what they grow up being fans of.
Because that's rebelling to them.
Maybe, or I just think like it's just kind of like if it comes down to like you gravitate to what you gravitate to. Like I mean, for instance, me, when I was growing up,
That
all
actually,
the first bands that were favorite bands of mine were bands of before my time.
this is like the segue I wanted to get into is like middle school Ben. What were the top 3 bands? 7th, 8th grade that you were into?
7th, 8th grade. I mean, the first album I ever bought, like a physical CD, was American Idiot.
Okay.
That was the very first record I bought.
Holy fuck.
Mine was Good Charlotte.
That was the very first record I bought.
Yeah.
I didn't start out. What?
I don't want to like
Say it.
real quick.
Say it.
So what got me into guitar was my stepdad, and my first band that I really got into was Green Day. The first album I ever bought was Basket Case. I mean, Dookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward, we're in 8th grade.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, that was because like when I was very young, I grew up hearing like my dad listening to a lot of like Texas blues, like Stevie Ray and like shit like that. But which I loved, and I still love a lot of that to this day. But when I like kind of started forming my own opinions on music and like what I actually like found on my own and started liking, like Green Day was my true segue into like alternative music and like finding, because like I found them and I was like, holy shit, this is so cool.
Cool
And like
gateway.
from then on, it was just like I was finding like all these different bands from different genres, and just like I was obsessed. And that's kind of how I like breached into like metal and like hardcore and like all these subgenres.
Okay, but besides Green Day, what's the 2 other ones that would define Ben in middle school?
Second record I ever bought was Iowa, Slipknot.
Okay. Awesome fucking album.
That was the second record I ever bought.
That's the one that you sent me.
No, I sent you the self-titled original.
You're right.
I mean, either one. You can go
the
either.
first 2, dude, the self-titled in Iowa, hands down.
People like to argue about those records, which one's better. I don't think either one is better than the other one. I think
unless I weigh more than them. But,
those are just like, dude, in my opinion, like as far as like old, like early new metal, like I don't think it really gets better than those 2 records.
Slipknot was an animal.
Yeah.
In the late 90s.
Like their fucking attitude, their vibe, like everything about them was just like, I remember watching, I forgot what, it's a famous video of them. Oh, it was the Disaster Pieces, like live DVD.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like
I used to have that DVD.
I remember watching that for the first time, and that was like the first time a band like I couldn't stop just like getting like chills, like just like watching them, because
that's so
freaky.
wild.
Like they're so freaky. And ever since then I was like, I like scary music. Like that was like when I truly found like what I really enjoyed in music. I was like, I like shit that makes me a little scared. Yeah. Like, and that band is the epitome of just scary, at least back then.
I think you're right though. Like Slipknot, because do we have like the same musical path?
That's a really cool point, because like that's basically a generation between you and Ben. And it's almost the same like music upbringing. Okay, you got one more band though. Middle school.
That's tough because
Mag the Stallion.
Dude.
I love fucking with you. It's so much fun.
That's a third is a tough one. So I loved so many bands when I was a kid.
Wait, it's okay.
Fuck, I'd have to give it to fucking Avenged Sevenfold, dude.
Stepping in shit, John.
Dude,
wait, Ben, how old are you?
29.
29?
I'm that much. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost a full generation, dude.
Holy fuck.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 37 soon.
So, yeah.
Damn.
8
Okay.
years.
I thought you were like 33, 34.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people just think I'm that old just because of how long I've been doing this shit now.
how long I've been hanging out with you?
Wait,
I mean, I've literally known you since I was
No, it was
17.
yeah, I was. Oh, damn, you guys were that. Yes, it's like 2012 is when I first met you, and you guys have been friends for a long time. But even RJ's a little older than you too.
You're
33.
Yeah.
Damn it! I didn't realize I was the old.
I was always like the younger kid in the group.
No, but it is interesting because I think we talked about this too, RJ. Like, where Green Day for me was like my first introduction into like distorted guitars. Because it was on TV, it was on the radio, so like that's where you're going to hear it. Especially back in those days, we didn't have Tidal.
You didn't have like to find a band you love was like an accomplishment.
Or to wait to push record on the tape deck to record your favorite song when the radio played it. Yeah, that's a weird thing. No, but that's so cool. That's fucking wild. But I can see the progression though, because Green Day. I love Green Day. I mean, talented dudes. The albums later in life, whatever.
I mean, I won't.
Listen, I'm not here to fucking talk shit on them. It's not. But
I don't personally listen to it.
no,
put it that.
but I will put on Dookie every once in a while.
Bro, this last time I drove up to Atlanta to get tattooed, I just went down a rabbit hole of like nostalgia, and like I just put on American Idiot front to back. And like that album is still, it like, because you know that there's certain bands and like records from when you were a kid that like you go back to it and like
You listen to it differently.
it doesn't, you hear it differently and it just does
It hits
not,
different.
it doesn't like give you that like same itch in your brain.
Yeah.
That record, I don't think it'll ever change no matter how old I get. I could probably put on that record and just like, I'm like, fuck, this is such a good piece of music.
You know, I
Back when music videos were good, dude.
And then they did the, like, first and foremost, Broadway shit is not my thing at all. But they did they like orchestrated an
not. You get outta
entire
here.
play to that record.
I know it is wild.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's just so cool. Like, that record, in my opinion, is just like, that was my first, I heard like a masterpiece album. Like, that record's a masterpiece, in my opinion.
It wasn't a disaster piece. Because that's what that album was. Slipknot, you fucked up.
Speaking of disaster pieces, Justin's got a song for us. So we now get to the point of the episode to where Justin's allowed to play. Justin's allowed to play one song. Boot Boy, what you got for us today?
Yeah, so this is Redwoods out of New Jersey. I'm gonna let the music speak for itself.
This band is awesome.
You can guess what it is.
I already know what it is. This band is fucking awesome.
So they just came out with a new EP like 10 days ago.
Cool.
And,
Are you playing new shit or old shit?
new shit?
New shit.
Everything we've played tonight has been
Within a couple weeks.
Within a couple
Okay.
weeks.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So
This band is actually really good.
All right, I already like this.
The artwork's got me sucked in.
Caveman riff. I love it.
Caveman.
I love caveman riff.
Primal Horde.
Yeah.
Vocals are kind of harm's way.
Yeah.
Like he could beat you up.
Oh!
This is dope. I have one after this.
Yeah?
If you guys have already heard the band or played them, it's fine. They're a new Florida band. I have to at least suggest.
I like how pissed his voice is.
Yeah, it's like it's giving me
Like
that
he's
harm's way
actually
vibe.
like he's not recording. He's just yelling at you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that what?
Little scrape.
Didn't you make that up?
I started doing it with Body Snatcher, and I guess some people, a lot of Florida bands really liked it.
It was weird how it
Gojira is the fucking creator of that. I heard Gojira do it. I was like, that's cool.
I love Gojira. I love this artwork, by the way.
I can't quite tell what it is, but it's cool.
Well, it's a threshold. It's a woman coming out of a flower.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Photoshop. This is almost like Buried Truth, a little bit.
Dude, it doesn't fucking stop, dude. It's like,
all the bands today have been groovy, though. Very groovy.
Yeah,
Like,
every one of these bands you guys have played today have been sick.
you should check out our playlist. On
You got a Spotify playlist?
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
Almost a little No Zodiac. You listen to that band?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Slammy caveman. Just
Yeah, I know. I always think about it's weird because I'm listening to the guitars and I'm like, what does that sound like? But then the voice, you're right though. No Zodiac.
yeah.
No Zodiac is awesome.
The whole album is just
Dude, that band's fucking badass.
sounds.
That was cool.
What was it? What was the name?
Redwoods.
Redwoods.
Jersey,
Yeah, Redwoods is good. I've heard them a couple times in passing.
I wonder if they know the boys at Jaw does.
I don't know.
That would be a nuts show.
That would be a
Them, Grave Heist, we're just building the fucking
Yeah,
Jersey building.
dude. But I think Grave Heist is actually New York. But yeah,
It's all the same.
Close enough.
anything above North Carolina is all New York to me. I don't do well with maps.
3 cities decide the Electoral
Put all your
College.
stuff on the stuff.
You said you got one more band to close us out tonight? What you got?
It's
I don't know if you
it's
guys
not
have-
Pedophile Palace, is it? Sorry, I saw it and I had
It's
to.
Pizza Underground? No, sorry.
Same thing.
They've been a band for like probably a couple of years now, I think. But they're a new band. They're all like young kids. They're called Tracheotomy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we played them before.
You have?
Yeah,
Dude, well
That's okay. We'll play them again.
They just put out a new, I think an
That's not how
EP
you
or a record. Chris from Body Snatcher did it. Anything it's probably, is that say 2 months old?
That's the logo. Yeah,
That I think might
came
be
out
the
2
single.
2 months ago. Yeah.
I think
There's
the
a
one,
1 month,
the one
yeah.
below it, the
Yes.
second one,
Oh, Slammer Wide. Yeah, probably.
the blue one. Yeah, that one.
I will say this before.
This band's fucking heavy. All these kids are young as fuck too.
Wow, Justin, you're fast on that one.
I have to wait for it to load and then pause. All right, go ahead.
One thing I do like, and I'm glad that we brought up, an older band that we did. Like, I don't mind bringing some because, to be fair, it wasn't until like episode 35, 40-ish where we started really doing clips for all these bands.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've played so many good bands on this podcast before.
Absolutely.
That we have it. That we didn't do them justice then.
Yeah.
We got
Because
we used on an episode.
I remember I think Medina was put me onto them and we did it when we're in the storage shed. Forever ago.
Yeah, they're from South Florida. My friend Tom manages this band, and Chris from Body Snatcher produced this EP or record or whatever they just did.
What's his social security number?
You can ask him. I don't know if I've heard this song yet, but it's heavy.
Oh, from what I remember, this band is
Vocalist is this small kid, and he just sounds fucking insane.
It really takes it back to that true deathcore.
Yeah, it's old deathcore.
Yeah, I love it.
All these kids are early 20s.
Who's their brother? They have an older brother.
They must. Because it's a good representation of old deathcore.
MySpace days, bud.
Yeah.
Dude, this is, yeah.
It's like polished old deathcore.
Oh, yeah, the triplet.
What a good voice that kid has.
Dude, he sounds like a big dude.
That's kind of how Kyle is too.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle's like this
Little
tall.
guy, but
Yeah.
big voice.
You playing a Music Man? Holy shit. He is fucking playing a Music Man.
Such a classic tone, dude.
Dude, this was like 2004 or 5.
Yeah.
In my Nissan Frontier.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Well, he's playing a Music Man. You gotta have, you know.
Very, very 2000s deathcore, dude.
That drummer is fucking genius. Jesus Christ.
They shred.
Yeah. This is like truck music. I mean,
Here's the fat guy breakdown, dude.
The fucking snare just pops, dude.
oh, they're crabbing it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They're crabbing it.
Bringing it back, baby.
No! No! Don't do it, please! Oh my god!
Pretty sick.
Dude, yeah, Trick Anime rules.
Yeah.
They've, if I remember correctly, I remember the original song that we played on the podcast. Like, they've come along a lot.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all young kids, so I think they're just getting into it now.
One thing I really liked the drummer does, and I think it's so cool, like, you know, writing with the drummer again, how you can hint a part. So like right before that breakdown, right before the double kick breakdown with the little guitar solo thing, during that little break, everybody's rung out, but the drummer actually played on his kick the beat to the next segment after that.
Yeah.
So it's like you're teasing it, but it's subtle.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Go back to it, man.
Pick you out of me. You took my breath away.
Took my breath. Yo, Ben, I can't believe you're we're gonna need some help with this episode because it did cost us $500 to get Ben here.
Fucking hell.
We're gonna start charging.
It's actually 800 now, dude.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. We
We're
went
an hour.
over the three.
We're
I'm gonna have a blood comes cleansing come out, dude.
Yeah, it's true. We'll talk about that afterwards. But yeah, no, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, dude. This is so fucking dope.
I'm glad we got to do this today.
And then we had to get the girls out and get some food together.
Yeah, I'm super
Fucking down for that.
Elena won't stop talking about Dallas now. She wants to hang out with her.
Well, she needs to be playing her fucking piano.
She also needs to be fucking playing her piano.
Yeah.
She has a
That's a
fucking
direct threat.
She's got that
Play
chord, right?
She's got like this fucking
She's got a
like
fucking Nord.
30.
Oh, that's what it is,
Yeah,
an
it's like
organ.
a 38, like $4,500 keyboard.
Dude, it's like the best keyboard you can fucking buy.
Yeah.
It's the ESP of fucking
I mean,
keyboards.
after hearing the story about how she got it, I'm like, you got ripped off. Like, dude,
I just assume you got it for her.
No.
Oh, Sweetwater. No,
I love her, but I'm not spending that.
I'll cut it out.
She wouldn't care. She knows what's up. But
She knows the
she
drill.
fucking, like, one of her family members passed away, and he had in his possession that he was going to leave to her a, like, real grand piano. A real one. Like,
Don't you leave that to me.
like
Sorry.
worth
Don't
like
you ever leave me a fucking pool table or a piano.
It's like
Don't you ever
20,000
fucking do that to me. I swear to God, I'll set it on fire.
Dude, I mean, a real grand piano is also worth like 20 or 30.
Oh, a lot of money. Yeah.
And her fucking, I think it was like some fucking uncle or something was like, if you let me keep the piano, I'll buy you whatever keyboard you want.
Honestly, she got a good deal.
I mean, she did, but she could have sold. She could have sold that piano bought like 2 or 3 of those keyboards.
Do you know how much it would have cost to get that piano?
Sold it on site,
dude.
though. You just would have sold it on site.
Yeah.
It is put it in storage and fucking like
It's worth the transfer fee. Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot what the actual make of that piano was, but it was like definitely worth like fucking 30 grand.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with like some of these old vintage builders. Like if there's an original one, goddamn.
Oh, they can be worth like much more.
You could have bought a 77 Volkswagen bus with that money, dude.
Or you can buy an upright piano from a thrift store and then a year and a half later ask Justin to beat it to pulp in your driveway when you have to move to your new house.
That sounds way more awesome.
That's a real story.
That sounds way more
Justin
awesome.
took a sledgehammer to an old fucking upright piano.
Happily took it.
Oh God.
It's too fat.
Love you so much, Ben.
Did you know you can't go to Legoland unless you have a kid with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you know
won't
that.
let you in.
He's like, yeah, what the fuck? It's fucked up.
Legoland is dope, dude.
It is pretty sick.
It is pretty sick.
What you just said.
Did your dads also just pour Legos in the middle of the floor and go, here you go, leave me alone?
Yes. We had a big fucking like
Now
jug
they're
of
worth so much more.
Legos and he would dump them in the living room.
Were you even close
And we would
to
just
anything?
immediately start
using
building
them?
random shit and we would leave them
Everyone
alone.
in this room is now dumber.
I didn't become an architect, Dad. I do a podcast.
May God have mercy on your soul.
If you don't have the training, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna flop. No one's gonna come over.
Things are going to happen.
Things are going to happen.